All right, y'all. We are back, ready to bring y'all another fire episode.
Yes, sir.
A
It's gonna be
good,
fire this week, man, as it always is.
yes, sir. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and kick this thing off. Guy, Chris, protect the shield. Good morning, brother. How you doing?
My guy, Lunatic Raider, Raider Allegiance. What is good?
We on? Oh,
Hey, we on.
None other than Mr. Fitz, bringing none other than our guy, Joe Morley, bring out none other than the Violator, Wayne Marbury, bring out none other than the notorious Mitchell. Yo, what
Yes,
is
sir.
the deal, nation?
Another fire
Oh,
intro, man. Another fire intro.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. A little update to that, but appreciate everyone pulling up with us for another episode of Good Morning Raiders. We are your hosts. I'm Jay Raider. This is the Raider Rundown in the building, back in full effect for y'all.
Yes, sir, man.
Appreciate
It's gonna be
everyone
another.
and good morning to everyone on this Saturday morning. Salute, salute. Let's go ahead.
Hold on, man. Just another
Oh,
DJ, real quick. He said it's his birthday, real
oh
quick.
shit!
So want to tap in with some of the family,
Hey,
bro. Hey, happy birthday, big dog. Want to
happy
tap in
birthday,
with you,
brother.
man. Appreciate you
Yes,
for
sir.
sharing some of the birthday day with us, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I hope you have a good one, man. I hope you're doing something fun, something festive on this very special day for you, man. Happy birthday to you, brother. Salute
Yeah.
to
If
you.
anything, hey man, tap in with me on X, bro. I'm gonna send you a little something, bro. Tap in.
There you go. There you go. That's what's up. That's what's up. Salute to all of our peoples already here and everybody pulling up right now. Let's go ahead and tap in with the chat real quick. Salute to Walt already in the building. Our guy Leo, salute to you.
What
What
up,
it
big
do,
dog? What's
brother?
happening?
Thanks
What's
for
happening?
pulling up with us. My guy Raider Ryan in the building. One of my members here over at Just Raiders Baby. Salute to Bloody Raider. Good
Yes,
morning, brother. Thanks
sir.
for tapping in. Appreciate you,
What's up,
for
big
sure.
dog?
So we have a very exciting episode for you guys. We have new breaking news. It's been pretty dead for the last 2 months almost.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now we got some news coming in. So it's time to talk some Raider football. But let me
Finally.
go ahead and bring in our next guest. Uh, you probably seen his drip all over Instagram. His brand is pretty, it's pretty notorious, and it's really out there on Instagram. Um, Let me go and he's actually probably a good figure in the Raider Nation. He has an event coming up uh, next week down in Orange County. So if you're in Orange County, make sure you guys go ahead and tap in to that fun beach event. But ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and bring in none other than Mike from Raiders Against the World. Appreciate you, brother. Salute to you. Good morning, man.
Guys, good morning, guys. Hey, super pumped up. That was a bad intro, bro. That got me all boost pumped up. I'm like, man, I'm ready for Raider football, man. How about you?
Yes.
It's
Yeah,
about that
man.
time, bro. It's about that time.
That's Run right there. That's Run's music, man. So
Man, I was like, that's dope. I was bobbing my head, like ready to come up for a little rhyme, man. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
Appreciate
sir.
it, man. Appreciate
We're
it.
run through a brick wall, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's what's up. That's what's up. But let's go ahead and kick things off. We had some news that dropped the other day. I went live yesterday to go ahead and just briefly talk about it, but we got at least one question answered with Jack Bech. He has officially signed with the Raiders. He's officially signed his contract, so he's good to go. He signed a 4-year, $7.5 million contract with 2.1 signing bonus to be guaranteed, but it's a signing bonus. But more importantly, he has signed with the Raiders. So, that's one of the questions kind of going into this rookie training camp. Is he actually going to show up? Because maybe not. There's some people that probably are not aware, but a lot of the second round picks, I think, from the other 30 teams out there outside of Cleveland and the Texans have been holding out, trying to get a fully guaranteed deal. Right. So everybody started coming to terms as of yesterday when most of the camps started. So Jack Bech, Raiders, they're good to go. They're signed. How we feeling about that? About Jack Bech being signed, and we can actually kind of move forward on that.
Man, we can start with the big dog, man. Let him go ahead and start us off.
Go ahead, Mike.
All right, so check it out. Jack Bech, second round, right? They see a lot of potential in him. He has a lot of fire, a lot of heart. I see all that. But by him being signed now, officially all our draft picks are signed. Let's go. Let's not that he wasn't going, but let's go now. There's no more excuses. Money, you got your bonus, you got whatever you needed. It's kind of hard to get guaranteed money in a second round pick. We all know that. I think somebody did. One of the guys, I'm not sure his name, but I mean, it can happen to everybody. But hey, I'm glad he signed. Now let's let it rock and roll, man. Everybody signed up, and let's fucking go. Let's get the season going, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Jay.
Okay. I was just gonna say that on his, the whole thing was kind of trying to hold out for a fully guaranteed deal, which it was not the case, right? And just so I let everybody know, this is not a fully guaranteed contract at all. And we can go ahead and get into it in just a bit. I'll let Run go.
It's not a fully guaranteed contract like Mike said at the beginning. And he was never, honestly, to be honest, it was never really a thing from Jack Bech of him getting his money. I know from the fans and from the media, it was a bunch of us like, when is he gonna get signed or when is this and that? But I mean, for example, you look at the Chargers rookie. I mean, their rookie receiver actually was going to hold out until they paid him. We didn't hear no peep from Jack Bech at all. He was just doing what he's supposed to do, which I respect, of course. And at the end of the day, the Texans messed it up for everybody because the Texans gave their second round pick guaranteed money. So everybody else kind of had to follow suit a little bit. But at the end of the day, bro, as long as the deal is done is all that matters. Now, the length of the deal makes me think about something with this wide receiver room that I don't know if Jay wanted to get into right now, but we kind of talked about it a little bit. The fact that we got one wide receiver contract a little expiring as of this year, and then you sign a receiver to a long-term deal that kind of has the same skill set as the receiver you got right now. So, the writing is on the wall. I would, so to speak. But either way, I mean, I'm just glad we got that done.
Yes. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of share the particulars on the contract details that did come out on Spot Track and also over the cap. Actually, let me go ahead and share this one. This one explains a little bit better. I'll share both, but I'll share the Spot Track one. Hang on one second. Oops.
He did get that little bonus though, 2.1. So I think he's, like I said, it wasn't about the money, but I'm just glad he signed up. And that's the main
facts.
thing.
Facts.
Yeah. So he has a base. So contract 7.5. He has a sign. He has a basically for this year he's going to get paid out about 840. That's going to be his base salary, and then he has uh a signing of 500,000. So 534, 330. Let me share this one. Let me share Spot Track. There we go. This one explains it a little bit better. Sorry. So if you see here, you see the 4-year contract. You see that signing bonus. So that signing bonus is those 4 years equivalent.
Yes.
And I think just kind of looking at the dead cap, we can go ahead and essentially, if he doesn't work out by, I say like year 3, which is 2027, we can go ahead and let him go, and it's only like $1 million cap hit. Either way, I mean the cap hit, it's not that much. It's under $2 million. At the most, it's $2 million. Yeah. So we're not breaking the bank. We're not gonna be out on the street with our hand out. But hopefully this settles him and he's good to go. And it also works out for us in case he doesn't work out. And I highly doubt that being the case with Jack Bech's talent. So
I'm very intrigued to see if we hear a little bit more from Jack Bech during the camp. I know, during OTAs, we ain't hear. It was all Dante Thornton, Trey Tucker, and all that, which is fine. That's cool. But I'm wondering is like, did we not hear a lot because he wasn't signed? So then at that point, they're like, we're not really, we're not really going to put too much information about a dude that's not signed, yet. You got to know how teams work, but we'll see. I mean, and the pads are coming on too with the camp, and we all kind of know if you kind of watch Bech, he's better with pads anyway. You know what I mean? Like he kind of need that physicality. So we'll see. But hey, I see some people in the chat, man. Appreciate everybody for tapping in, man. See some of the family in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yes,
hey, but Rundown, he bring that fire though, man. He bring that fire. He has a lot to prove, and with everything happening with his brother in New we're down there. God bless his family and stuff, man. That was crazy, bro. And then for his brother to be, part of that, and it's just, man. But he's a Raider, bro. You seen the tag he got. He's a Raider.
I see it. Even with the play, like the play, you look at him, it's like there's not too many corners that's going to deal with that big ass dude like that. You know what I mean? On the outside, and run that type of first route. So yeah, I'm with that.
Yeah, for sure.
And then on the radar, if he's on the radar, that's cool because let Thorne in him, but then when he's gonna remember he didn't drop any balls that season. Right. In college. I mean, I know it's college, and then who didn't drop any balls for all season for us? Myers. So like you're saying, kind of same player. So they definitely got to start looking ahead to sign Jacoby before it gets a little bit more extreme. I do agree with that, but go Jay, I think about it. But
now, real quick before Jay even continue, I will ask this too, right? And it's kind of funny, you just said it, Mike. Last year, Jack Bech dropped 0 balls, right? We dropped zero catches, which him coming into the league, I'm not really worried about that. The funny thing is, just on the flip side, Dante Thornton was known to drop a lot of catches in college. Like he had a nasty ass drop rate, which is funny now that we're seeing now. It's like he's not really dropping all that. Do you think that it's sort of training camp hype that we getting with some of these rookies, or a little bit, or just camp hype, or you think we might see a little something come the season?
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, I think these guys are hungry, man. I mean, you put the connection with JPJ and Thornton, right? They played in college together. That's a big connection for them. All these guys they signed, from what I see and what I'm hearing, they're all ready to go, man. They're just hungry. They're ready to win, ready to come in and start. Not just come in and be a rookie. Come in and start. Like Porter, we can get to Porter and other stuff. Thornton, all these guys, they're hungry. So I don't think it's just like, it's just hype for the training camp. I think they're going to come out. They're going to make a difference. And then, we got Bowers. I mean, there's so many opportunities for these guys to catch balls. They're going to try to double team Bowers, take them away from us. You got Mayer. I mean, so they need to be ready. And if they're not ready, then, hey, they're going to be at, because Carroll ain't going to, Carroll's going to put the best man out there regardless.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah. And it might be that thing where it might be just a camp hype, but we'll know really soon what's what. With literally the vets reporting on Tuesday, man, it's gonna get serious really, really quick. So My thing is that it's crazy looking at that contract, and if he has a really solid year, a really good year, now you start thinking like, are we really ready? Are we really ready to go ahead and keep Jacoby, right? If he's not really that true wide receiver one, and if he wants a bag, which I don't blame him, and we know how Spytek and Carroll have been operating, the last 6 months, that with having Bashir on a cheaper contract, only for paying $7.5 million for 4 years, with an average of like 1.9 million a year, they might be like, you know what? Appreciate you. We'll see you, Father. We'll see you down the road.
Yeah.
It might be that time.
I like Jacoby, of course. I mean, a lot of us like Jacoby, but at the end of the day, money speak. The money talks.
Yeah.
And we're not gonna say anything this year. Probably not gonna happen this year. But just if you're looking at it from football perspective, Jack Bech and Jacoby Myers have a similar game. They have a similar type of game, and it's very interesting how both of them can play in the slot, kind of on the outside a little bit. So you just gotta look at it, because if we end up getting, say you end up getting a receiver that can play outside, you know what I mean, and he's for real a number one, at that point you got to look at your receiver room and say, all right, bro, well, who is expendable? What can we do in here? Now look, hey Cheeto, I completely agree. We're in shorts and shirts, right? So we don't know for real what Thornton is, what any of these dudes are really, until we get into this week, really. Now we went too extreme here, Cheeto. You talking about Dante Thornton going against Pat Surtain? We too extreme, dog. We need to start slow, bro. Start off slow.
Yeah.
That's that, dog. Start off a little slow. We know how that shit's gonna go. I ain't gonna cap.
What up, Cheeto? What up, Cheeto?
Yeah, man. But we'll really see who's who and what's what come next week when the full training camp comes underway. We were talking a little bit backstage. You're going to be at that Niner scrimmage. That's going to be a big help for these guys, especially the rookies who are literally new to the league. The first full contact, because when you're playing against, when you're practicing against your teammates, you're not going a full 100%. You're probably giving them 75%, right? You don't want to hurt the guy and take him completely out. Once you play a scrimmage game, hey, that's a different story. That's on at that point, right? So that is going to probably be a good key indicator to assess how everybody's kind of where they're at, and who might be those guys that most likely be on the 53-man roster, and who are really the standouts, right? So, and then from that scrimmage, we'll kind of get that insight. And then obviously the game is like the next day or next 2 days after that.
Yeah. Well, we have season before that. We have Seattle before the Niner one. So, but like I said, I'm gonna be enjoying the one that I'm gonna be going to with Paz against the Niner. It's gonna be fun, man. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. I would argue that what you're going to for the practices are it's better than going to a preseason game, in my opinion. Because if I'm seeing the joint practices, that's the starters. That's everybody going at it, and we get to see really what's there. So I'm kind of jealous. I'm about to make my way over there.
Right. For sure.
Stop you, man. Come on through. We'll talk.
Yeah.
After. Yeah, we'll talk after. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Let me go ahead and move on to the next big news that literally came out yesterday too, as well. I think, and me and Run have been talking about this for God knows how long already. But it's been kind of made more official as of yesterday. Christian Wilkins placed on the PUP list, so he's been placed on the physically unable to perform list. I had to kind of remember it a few times yesterday. So he is on the PUP list, so he is not going to be participating in training camp as of yet. Could that change? It definitely could. He can get off of it anytime during training camp, but right now he is not going to participate in training camp. Let me ask you this: What do you guys think about hearing that news? And what does this kind of mean for our season? Mike, I'll start with you.
It's a big blow. I mean, last year, he got hurt pretty early in the season, and we pay him a lot of money to be there, to be durable, and it hasn't happened. And now, had the surgery already, and then now it's another one, and then trying to get back on the field, and yeah, it's a big hole missed. He's an all-pro, and not having him there is going to hurt during the season. Let him get healthy. Don't get him out there if that's the case. Let these rookies get in there, Tonka and JJ. Let them plug in, plug out. We got Butler. Obviously healthy Crosby and Kuntz. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I'm not saying that we can't still be dominant, but at the end of the day, it's definitely a big hole missing, and hopefully he gets better soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna keep it a bean, bro. I'm gonna keep it a bean. What's starting to get on my nerves is if you're starting to be like, oh shit, like he's out, it's not gonna be good looking this year. You know what I mean? And then here comes a whole bunch of fans. Hey man, we're just gonna rotate him in slowly. It is what it is. Or he's a veteran. He don't need training camp. Or man, he'll probably miss 2 weeks, but he'll be right back to form as soon as we bring him in there. That's starting to get on my nerves, dog. And I'm gonna tell you why it's starting to get on my nerves. Number one, you're talking about a 300-pound human being that cannot work out. He can't work out with this type of injury, bro. He cannot condition. He cannot do what he wants to. So you mean to tell me he's just gonna be A-okay? We just bring him in with no conditioning, no nothing like that? No, it's not going to happen. Number two, right? I know everybody is excited about football season, but and I hate sounding like this. I always sound like a hater in the fan base, but it is what it is, bro. Let's keep it a bean. Do we expect every single rookie D lineman that we have to perform at a level that we expect? Let's just keep it real. Not every single Raider D lineman or rookie D lineman that we have is going to perform at a level that we're all expecting. Like, oh my God, he's going to come in here and he's defensive rookie of the year damn near. Or, bro, I see the second coming to Aaron Donald. Like, look, at the end of the day, we have to be realistic with some of the we have to be realistic with some of the expectations that we have for some of these guys. We drafted some of these D linemen in the 6th, 5th round, right? Like, there's work to be done. So immediately, there is no way I'm not buying no rookie is going to immediately just fill in for the production of Christian Wilkins, bro. Like, we're not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Because like Mike said before he left, Christian Wilkins is a Pro Bowler. Damn, they're all pro, right? Like, so we're asking rookies to take on that, which they can. Who knows if they can, but we're not going to I'm not going to immediately be like, oh yeah, bro, like they're going to, you know what I mean? They're going to immediately do that all pro work. Right. There's still some things that's going to be done. Last but not least, bro, with Wilkins, dog, I'll say it like this. When it comes to that rotation, goddamn conversation, oh man, we'll bring him in slow in the rotation and all that. So then when you say that, what are you expecting from him? You feel what I'm saying? Like, what are you expecting from him? If you're saying that, oh, we're going to bring him in slow and we're going to do that, and you're expecting like 7 sacks from the man, you're being unrealistic, dog. You're being mad unrealistic. Real talk for me, if everything continues the way it goes, I'm expecting 3.5, 4 sacks from that man this year.
Yeah.
Now, some of y'all can be mad at that. Oh, 3.5, 4 sacks. What the fuck is that? Bro, go look at Christian Wilkins' sack numbers throughout his career, and you tell me if I'm off about that. I'm not even going, you feel what I'm saying? I'm not even going to say nothing. Go look at Christian Wilkins' sack numbers in his career. You tell me if rundown's off with that 3.5, 4 sacks. I'm not. So we can be mad. You know what I mean? We can say this, and that, but it's not looking like we're going to get the Christian Wilkins that we want, that we all want, and we all saw for them first 4 games last year. First 4 games last year, Christian Wilkins was different. And immediately we saw why we paid that money to Christian Wilkins them first 4 weeks. We was like, oh yeah, dog, like this is what we needed. So I'm never gonna go on the rant of like, oh, this is a waste of money, because it's not. When he's healthy, he's like that. But it's the whole thing of, do you want to rush this man back and not see the Christian Wilkins we're supposed to see? Because keep in mind, bro, even if we slowly get him into the rotation, what the hell is that? Like 20 reps per game? What is he gonna do in 20 reps? There's nothing gonna happen in 20 reps, bro. Like, no. I can sound like a downer, I understand, but I'm just trying to get everybody prepared, bro. So in September, October, if we're not seeing the Christian Wilkins we seeing, don't come on this podcast like, oh, fuck Christian Wilkins. Oh, I'm so mad. When all of y'all in the offseason just sat there and said to rush this man back. So that's it.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing you can do. That's the worst thing you can do is rush him back, like you said. And it's down if we do, down if we don't, but don't rush him back. And you're right. It's gonna be. He needs to be game form. It's gonna be maybe week 4 if he's still hurting and hasn't ran. And you can't run if you have your feet, obviously. So he's not conditioning that way. Maybe you can lifting weight, but that has nothing to do with it. You need game time, conditioning where up and down the field, getting up. He's a light. I mean, he's a DL. Hey, it's a lot of wear and tear in that middle, man. That trenches, working those trenches, man. That's where we win games. And if he's not healthy, don't even put him out there. And like I said,
now let's say this real quick, Mike, because you say you're going to the Niners practice, right? We're going to the Niners practice. Is that the last week of our kind of training camp? Am I mistaken?
No,
it's the last week.
That's the last week because after that we have Niners. Is it still August after? Is it more?
Yes. So the Cardinals Raiders is the last week, the 23rd.
Okay.
No,
So that's the last game.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So then, look, check this out. Then I'm gonna say it like this: if he don't get out there by the Niners joint practice, bro, he's probably missing the first 4 weeks. The first 4 weeks. And if he's missing the first 4 weeks, how much working out is he doing? Right now, say we bring him back in week 5, right? He comes back week 5, but he ain't been working out like that. How much do you expect to see from Christian Wilkins at that point?
10, 15 reps.
That's what I'm saying. And some people, I get it. Like, you know what I mean? We can be confident. It's always this confidence before the season starts. And I'm guilty of it too. We think everybody going to be Aaron Donald or motherfucking Ndamukong Suh. And it's nice to believe that. It's nice, but it's not the reality, dog. Again, we drafted these D linemen in the 5th and 6th round. Okay. And if we get Aaron Donald out of that, by all means, for sure. Yeah. But they were drafted in the 5th and 6th round for a reason. It was not. There's differences. So at the end of the day, bro, I'm just not expecting to see Wilkins at his true form. If we even get him in his true form this year, that shit gonna be like week 10, week 11. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And at that point, we better hope that these rookie D linemen are doing something. Because if they not, dog, it's gonna be one of them seasons we're gonna be pissed off. I will say that.
We need to throw number 9 in there. Is number 9 gonna be playing the D line or is he gonna be playing the DN? Is he gonna mix him up in there? I mean,
I don't know.
I'm just saying because is he making the team? I mean, I'm just saying like he is still there, and he is a big body. But I mean, we've seen in the last couple of seasons. The first year he was hurt. The whole, he didn't get form, and then last year, showed a couple good games, sack here and there. So he's still in the picture. To be honest, he's still in the picture. Besides these rookies, they're gonna probably play him before the rookies, or unless these rookies outshine him. I mean, I'm not like, oh wow, he's gonna plug up the hole, but we'll see. I mean, that's another thing that's is he gonna make the team? I think he's gonna make the team, right?
Oh, Tyree for sure.
Yeah.
Now look, I see everybody's like, nobody has to be great. They just all have to do their job in the rotation, which sure, but we got bro, that's what's getting on my nerves. What do you mean about that, bro? Rebel and Walt, what do you mean they don't have to be great? If Christian Wilkins is not playing, JJ Pegues and the other Tonka Hemingway have to replace a Pro Bowl D lineman. If that's not great, what the hell is it? What do we need? Average? Bro, they're replacing a Pro Bowl guy, bro, an all-pro guy. They can't just come out here and just be whatever. That's not going to work. Can you remember what we had when we just had average before Christian Wilkins and before we signed him? It didn't look good. It didn't look good. So
wrap the middle, wrap the middle.
Exactly. And that's my thing. Look, I get it, right? We can be okay, but then this is the thing. I feel like everybody is expecting JJ Pegues and Tonka Hemingway to be like all pros year one, which if they get it, sure, whatever.
Great, yes.
But
fingers crossed. That's all we can hope.
Come on, dog. You're telling me you're 100% confident that a 5th and 6th round D lineman is going to be an all pro to rookie year. That's what you're telling me. Let's keep it a beam, bro. We're not doing that bullshit this year, bro. We're not doing it. Even with this regime, right? I trust this regime. But even with this regime, they got to show us something. We cannot keep doing this as a fan base to ourselves. And all of a sudden we believe everything that's told to us and everything we see. It's immediate. We got to stop doing this to ourselves, bro. That's why we look fucking stupid in the fall. Because all of us sat here and said, this dude going to be an all pro. It's going to be this. It's going to be that. And then we get into the fall. We realize that's just not realistic. And now all of a sudden in November and shit, we're all mad and sad. And we coming on everybody's podcast like, fuck this team. Blah, 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 blah. Come on, bro. We got to be real. And then Mike just talked about number 9. Let's be realistic about that. And I'm gonna let Mike take it away, and I'm gonna let you take it away, Jay, because I've been talking for a minute.
Yeah. Oh, you good? You good? Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jay.
Number 9 is
I'm
the guy.
gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and put Ben's comment here. So he says, yes, Tyree needs to play D tackle because there's not a lot of reps to be had at end with Max and Kuntz. There's a void at D tackle, and that's a spot where he can have a real shot to play and make an impact. Yeah, so there might be a possibility where we see some looks at D tackle, where he sees some looks at D tackle. I wouldn't be surprised. He could definitely play the position. Now, can he be effective? Can he make an impact? That's really what the question is, right? Because at end, I don't think he has what it takes. At tackle, possibly. So somebody needs to step up, right? And like to Run's point, putting too much on the rookies when they're unproven is really taking a big long shot on them. I would feel a little bit more confident on Luwalu, which I know he's already been here, and we know what he can do, right? Leaky, he's a vet. I have a little bit more confidence on him than the rookies because we don't know how the rookies are going to perform, right? So it is a detriment, and we are going to feel Christian Wilkins not being here for week 1 or the first 4 games or even longer if that needs to be. My thing is if he's really if the foot is a real issue, I think he needs to go ahead and stay out. I don't say this is the thing. We don't know if he's already done the surgery. There's people that says yes, he's already done the surgery, and it's just another issue. So a second surgery, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. And there's a re-ailment, or he needs another one. So there's a lot of conjecture right now to that. So I don't know really what's true and what's not true, but one thing's for sure that foot is not 100%, and I really strongly believe we'll probably not see Christian Wilkins for majority of this season going into it.
And I understand that. I would definitely understand that. Go ahead, Mike.
I was gonna say this really quick on the PUP list. So me and Jeff talked about it yesterday on my show. So there's a thing to the PUP list. Now he can get out of it any time. So let's say it's just he's probably like, hey, I need another couple of weeks, then I'll be good to go, right? Whatever. He can get out of that PUP list. Now, if he's still not good and going into the 50, we get down to the 53, then he has to miss automatically those first 4 games. If he gets placed on the IR and they put on there that he's going to return to play, then he has 21 days to come back. So that means he can miss out week 1, week 2, or come back potentially week 2, maybe week 3. So he can come back a little bit sooner. So those are the little differences. Those are the little technicalities. We looked it up yesterday. Shout out to my guy, Jeff. But those are that's a little loophole. He can go ahead and be switched to IR and come back a little bit sooner than 4 weeks. But that all depends on him. So I don't know. I don't think we'll see him before that Commanders game, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I ain't gonna cap, man. If Walt
it depends on him, and it depends on the coaches.
If Walt was a GM, they'd do his ass like Dave Ziegler and fire his ass mid-season. I'll tell you that right now, Walt. They'd fire your ass. I don't even think they give you the whole mid-season, bro. They fire your ass 4 games in, dog. The way you building this squad. I'll tell you that right now. Number 2, bro, I'll say like
but it's up to Wilkins too, trying to get healthy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got to get healthy, bro. That's the number 1. And then like Tyree, he is the anomaly of the whole thing, right? I mean, if he can if he can fuck around and become something, that unlocks everybody else, right? Everybody else can play off of that a little bit. But again, here comes a realistic rundown tape. I know everybody's so blinded because football's back. We do forget that Kuntz is coming off an ACL injury now. All right, we don't know what that will look like. I remember what I saw from Kuntz 2 years ago. I remember that 100%. But I'm just hoping, because it's funny when we say things about other people's players and other teams, like we don't ever put that shit into our team. Every time somebody else has an ACL injury from another team, and we're like, oh man, we might want to sign this dude in free agency or something. Somebody comes and says, well, it takes a year for an ACL to fully heal and for that player to get right back. But then when we talk about Malcolm Kuntz, we just saying he right back to it. It's right there. At the end of the day, bro, some of these things have to go on in your mind. If they don't, then you have bad business practice. You have to essentially kind of predict where could this falter, where could this go wrong. So if this does go wrong, I have a backup plan. As it is right now, no Christian Wilkins puts even more stress on Kuntz and Max to do their job. And we're asking Kuntz to do that after an ACL. So at the end of the day, bro, we have to be a little realistic about what we're asking these dudes.
Yes.
And that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. Number 9, they brought him in, right? He could be a D tackle, a DN, right? And Kuntz may not be like giving us 40, 50 plays a game. He may only be doing 20, 25, 32. He's still coming off that major injury. That's a lot of stress to be put up. Get out there and go full duty and play the whole game like Matt Crosby does. That's not realistic. I'm pretty sure he's in camp, he's working, but you are right with these injuries. Everybody's different. Say he may pull a Superman and he's 100% and he's flying up and he gets 5 quick sacks in like 4 weeks, but we won't know. But then again, you still want to monitor that, because if he goes out again, then what? And that's why he was commanding a lot of money, and we're kind of like, we've seen flashes of it, but now you're hurt. Now it's a major injury. So I expect 20 mil.
God, bro. He just said the beauty right now, right? We just talked about when we had to pay Kuntz, a lot of us was like, he want how much? How much money does he want? I wonder why. I wonder why we were all saying that, bro. It's not because he's bad. None of us think he's bad. It's not like, he sucks or nothing like that. It's just the fact, like, are we gonna save money? What type of Kuntz are we gonna get? Where, what I mean, for this type of bread? Now, the fact that they got him for like a cheap price tag, it is what it is at this point. But we'll see what it is. A lot of our guys are just unproven. That's the whole thing on defense too. There is a lot of unproven guys on defense, dog, that we're just expecting to come in immediately and do something.
That's what we did an overhaul. That's what a lot of our back end that took off from free agency, they got overpaid. And that's why we're buying all these guys, and they got overpaid, and we're not going to pay that for average, a little above average, but we're not going to pay that type of money for the guys that walked. And I'm not mad about it. Maybe he's a spleen, but he could have stood with us too. So obviously he wanted to walk too. So, at the end of the day, that's the reason why. And then the new regime came in, and Carroll knows what he's doing. Carroll's a defensive guy. People forget that.
100%.
Carroll's a defensive guy, and but and like I said, Porter's coming in. I know it's a little segment we're going to be talking about too, but there's a whole lot of defense we could be talking about right now, man. A lot of proven guys that are ready to come in and be dogs, hopefully, But
we the people are saying it right here. Yep. We the people are saying it right here, bro. He's saying it, I think, the best way possible. It's a hard truth. It's a hard pill to swallow. But this is true. The only proven players on our D-line are Max and Adam Butler. Some of y'all want to say Kuntz. Kuntz only gave us 8 games. I don't know about that yet.
Not fully proven.
Yeah, I don't know about that yet.
We got a taste of it.
Max and Adam Butler are the only ones on our D-line right now that have shown time and time again to be consistent and make plays. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, ain't no consistency on there.
Yeah, exactly. So, we'll see what happens with the D tackle, with the D line, and we'll keep abreast on Christian Wilkins' situation moving forward. And this might be a thing where it's a week by week thing. This might be where he might come back in 3 weeks towards the latter half of training camp, be like, I'm ready to go. Cool.
Hopefully we're praying and hoping he does come.
Something is better than nothing, right? But if he says, cool, I'm ready to go towards the latter half of training camp, then literally just coming back week 6 or something like that,
Yeah, bro. Just make sure you get, make sure you don't rush him back, get his rhythm and all that extra, and then we'll get there. Yeah,
for sure. But speaking on the rookies that you just touched on, Mike, rookie training camp did start the other day. So we have them in the building. They're starting to go ahead and get their camp underway. The veterans will go ahead and join on Tuesday. So literally just under a week away. But there is some guys that we said it earlier. We've been hearing a lot about Dante Thornton during mini camp and OTAs. We haven't heard too much about Jack Bech, Ashton Genty. We've seen the clips. We hope that he's as advertised and can be great out there. Darian Porter is another guy who's been a standout what are we thinking? Which rookie is really going to be that standout outside of Ashton Genty? Let me go ahead and get your take, Mike.
I think I know every ranting Arabia. I think Thornton. I really do. He's putting in the work. He's a sleeper pick, man. He dropped, and thank God he did, and thank God we got him because he has a combination of that height and that speed. Obviously, a little rough around the edges, but I think bringing him in, I think he's going to be the first standout besides Genty, obviously, and then let me see who else. I mean, it's kind of tough. Like I said, it's rookie training camp. I think Porter. I'm calling Porter right now. I think Porter's going to start. I think Porter's going to start. People forget when Sherman was a rookie back when Pete Carroll was with the Seahawks, he started. And, Pete Carroll don't really start much rookie, but this guy, it's a kind of a split image of Sherman, probably a little taller, a little faster. I think Porter is going to be the sleeper on defense, starting that corner. I know Bennett, is there, and a couple other improved Stokes, but I think Porter, Thornton and Porter are my two guys that are going to definitely surprise the people.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm with Porter too. Because he showed up to the perfect situation for him. You know what I mean? Like you just said, Mike. You bring Pete Carroll, right? And he probably looking at him like, bro, like a artist looks as just a mound of clay. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what can I build this with? And like you said, it's a perfect situation for him. So I think, it's probably gonna start off a little slow. He's playing one of the tougher positions in the league, and he's never really played it all that much. So he's got to, bro. First couple weeks is nasty. You got to go against Stephon Diggs, and then you got Terry McLaurin in week 3, and then it's a whole bunch of stuff. I don't even worry about the Chargers. They ain't got no goddamn receiver over there.
Exactly.
But, worry about that. Now, I will say that when we get into it, that fucking McConkey gonna kill our ass in week 2. I will say that if we don't get no nickel, he gonna kill us. But I will say Porter is the guy. But I'm gonna go. Look, me and Walt we can agree on something. I'm gonna go with Bech, man. I'm gonna go with Bech. I think he's gonna be sneaky, right? And I know Thornton is gonna be out there doing certain things, but Bech is going to be used everywhere, outside, inside. You know what I mean? And we can do certain things. Exactly. You know what I mean? Yep. Maybe even give him some couple little handoffs or something from the motion, like you're talking about, because he's so big, so physical. So we'll be able to do something with him. And I think, he's going to be real reliable, keeping the chains moving. I'm not expecting a whole bunch of deep shots or whatever, because that's Thornton and Tucker's job. I expect him to keep them chains moving, be good on third down.
That's it. That reliable third down receiver. He did, like I say, he didn't drop any balls in college, and I don't see him doing that either. And we got Myers too. So they got two players that didn't drop any balls all that season, pro and college. That's not a bad combo to have.
Nah, so we should be good on. To be honest, I feel good about us on third downs because you got Jacoby, you got Bech, you got Bowers. You know what I mean? You got Mayer, Ashton. If we're in third and short or whatever, I feel confident. I feel real good.
Yeah, I feel that conversion rate was going to go ahead.
Yeah, I feel good.
Skyrocket, especially compared against last year for sure.
Now hold up, Chino. The only way Quentin Johnston gonna get on this is if DeCameron Richardson out there. Other than that, I'm all right. I'm good.
And then I'm also confident in our OC.
Yes.
We didn't pay him a lot of money for no reason. You know what I'm saying? They don't have enough confidence in him to pay him that much money as an OC. We should have got Kingsbury, right? That's history. But I'm saying this is the next guy. Chip Kelly has a very creative mind and offense, and I think he's going to utilize all his players to the best ability, including Genty. Yeah. It's all about not just running the ball. He's going to catch some passes out of the backfield. That's what Chip Kelly likes to do.
Exactly. So and can I say this too? I think we got the better end of the deal though with Chip rather than Cliff. I'd rather have Chip than Cliff, in my opinion.
Same.
Yeah, they're both different guys, but you can't cry over spilled milk. That was last year, and he did his thing with Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels is an all-pro. He's badass. I wish we would have got him. But Chip, hey, don't throw no rocks in him. Hey, he's won everybody. He's went. The pros. He had a couple of rough years, with the pros and stuff. But Oregon, when he was there, he was killing it. Ohio State, he won a championship. All these other spots he's been at, he's proven.
Yep.
Yes,
he's proven.
Exactly. Yeah. For me, I think Porter's going to be one of those standouts. And that was to my next segment, but who wins CB1, right? So once really training camp gets underway next week, it's going to be a battle for that, cornerback one position. And right now it's between Eric Stokes and Darian Porter. And it's crazy to think that a rookie like him is in that in that talk, in that contention, right? But it's just that speaks to like the talent that Pete Carroll sees in this guy, and he is very talented. Literally, guy's only been in the position for 2 years. Was a wide receiver before that, converted over to corner. And the coaches, everybody speaks highly of him. So I'm very interested to go ahead and start seeing him. Hopefully, when I'm at Phoenix, I get a pretty good glimpse of what Darian Porter can go ahead and do. Hopefully, we get that hopefully solidifies that CB1 position. Either way, I think either if it's Stokes or him, it'll be a good one. Offensively, man, I mean, I think Dante is gonna be a guy who really proves a lot of people wrong. He's been doing it up to this point. I think once training camp starts, it's just probably gonna solidify that. I'm really high on him, right? But hopefully Jack Bech is also as advertised and that dependable guy where we can count on him for a certain situation, like a third down situation, or we're in the red zone and we need to go ahead and bring in a clutch guy who can really thread the needle and make those hard catches, because that's a specialty. That's what he does. He can go ahead and make those hard catches that a lot of receivers can't do. So I can't wait to go ahead and see really that offense really be out on the field. Right. We expect a lot of Ashton Genty. And it's funny. I was tapping into Jeff's show yesterday and they were having that debate about Genty. Realistically, if I see him probably having anywhere from like 13 to 1,500 yards this season, and I think it definitely could be done. I think it has to be done
all around, or like, are you talking about rushing?
Rushing,
okay,
not all around.
Right.
Yeah. No, I think it has to be done, especially if we're really keen on getting that run game going. I think it's a must, and I think he can do it. There's still some questions on that interior, and I think we'll get that cinched up in the next few weeks. But I'm very confident on Ashton Genty and what he can go ahead and bring on the season coming up.
Yeah,
a
little bit though. I mean, Cheeto asked him that same question. He asked Mike the same question. What type of production do you see from Genty? What do you predict, and what's considered a good season for you?
So me, remember, it's only one football. Okay, right. So we got a lot of players out there.
100%.
He's going to be running the ball. Definitely, Pete Carroll's a run the ball first guy. Let's open up the play action, get our guys out there. So I'm predicting probably 1,100, probably rushing, and then maybe like 5 out of the backfield, only because there's only one ball going around. So he's going to get definitely 1,000 yards. I'm going to say about 6 to 8 touchdowns, and maybe about 400, 500 yards out of the backfield, if that. Okay. So that's what I'm predicting. He's going to get definitely 1,000. There's no doubt about it in my mind. 1,000 is very, very doable. And then, like I said, out of the backfield, about 300-400. I'll be happy with that. And then, 6 to 8 touchdowns, receiving and rushing. So, but that, to me, that would be ideal. That's going to be ideal for a rookie back. And then remember, our O-line, O-line is building up to be a bully. We're playing bully ball. We got JPJ in the center, the big guy, our second year guy. He's a monster. I'm wearing his jersey right here.
Yeah, I've seen it.
My son's the Groovy Hermanos. They got this for Father's Day. So, I got a little,
fire.
Yeah.
So we all know what he can do. We got a little glimpse of him. Last year he started off a little late, but hey, towards the end, we knew he was going to be our center. James is expandable. Get him out here. We got him as a guard. No, he's a center. He's our center. And what do the Raiders do in history when we have a badass center? We kick ass. We win a lot more games. He's going to be our anchor for many years to come. We got Glaze that showed some light last year, and then we got we got Miller. Hopefully, I know he wants a contract, but he's got to work that shit out. And then we got a couple of guards that we can fill in. So it all depends on our line. I have confidence that they're going to open the holes for Genty. Needs just a little crease, man. And he's gone. Everybody knows that. He's
true.
Gone.
That is true.
And they don't get him down the first tackle. They only get him down second, third guy hits him. So we all know that. That's what I'm predicting. I'm predicting about 1,100 rushing, about 4 out of backfield, 6 to 8 touchdowns for my man Deuce Ashton Genty, baby.
Everybody know what I be on. I expect greatness, and at that point, I'm looking at what Saquon gave the Giants his first year. I always compare it to that. And Jay, no,
Okay.
I'm always comparing it to that year because Saquon had 2,000 all-purpose that year, and he won Rookie of the Year, right? Offensive Rookie of the Year. Everybody says that's what Genty can do, and hey, I'm not going to knock it, right? He has that talent. He has that talent. So if that's the case, bro, remember, I always say this too. A lot of Raider fans, we was talking about generational this, generational that before the draft. Don't get scared now that he's on the squad, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead, triple down if you can. Triple down on it. Let the man get 2,000 all-purpose, man. Come out here and show that greatness that everybody said that was there at Boise State. That's what I'm expecting. Because at the end of the day, bro, this is what we got. This is what we dropped this man 6 overall for. We didn't draft him 6 overall for nothing. We said when you're a running back and you get drafted top 10 like that, bro, there's an extra level of special that somebody is saying that you are. Because running backs ain't really supposed to be going top 10 like that. So if you're like that, they saying, all right, bro, he's that guy, right? He's supposed to be in that mold of damn near top 10, top 5 running back year one. So we'll see. We'll see. Now there's going to be some rotation. I do see Street Professor saying there's going to be some rotation.
And that's the only reason why I say 1,100 yards rushing and about 15 combined. Because like I said, Bauer's got to get his catches. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Myers got to get his catches. You know, I mean, it just all depends on how the game's going, and and he's going to have I think 3 or 4 touchdowns over 50 yards. I believe. He's a game changer, game breaker at any moment. But like I say, if it's more than that, shit, yeah. Like I said, we want greatness. We don't want just average or just barely getting over the hump. No, we want greatness, and that's why we did draft the number 6.
Now if he gives me the 1,100, like you're saying, Mike, but then we get like I don't know, like damn near 600. 650 from Mostert, you know what I mean? And then it's both of them going back and forth. That's a little different, that's a little different because we getting success out of everything. Or Sincere McCormick gives us a next little year, you know what I mean?
I mean, you got to get him in. You got to give him a breather too. You don't want to run him down the first year. We want him to stay with us for the next 5-10 years to be our guy. You know, and that's what I'm saying. Right. You did get Mostert to bring that rotational period with him, but we'll see. I mean, hey, he may, like say 2,000. That sounds great to me too, but I'm being realistic because of the players we have and because of the ball. There's only one ball, and Bowers are going to get his. We already think what he did as a rookie with no quarterback.
100%. Yeah. Now let's keep in mind though, 1,000 yards for a tight end is not normal. Let's keep that a bean though. Like for a tight end to get 1,000 yards, that's not like. They're not really supposed to do that all the time. Like a 700-yard season for a tight end is a very good fucking season, for real. But the fact we over here saying this man finna get over 1,000 consistently like that, bro, that's how you know it's different. It's different.
Yeah. With no quarterback, with no running game. No running game. I mean, that shows you well, of course, I had to probably pass more, no running game, but still, at the end of the day, he broke records, man. Rookie records. Yeah. Mike Ditka, legendary tight end, so not just any little tight end player. Like you said, he's going to be 1,000 consistent guy down the field, like Todd Christian back in the 80s. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? With the LA Gators, Big Toddy, hey, when they got him the ball, he was reliable. But Brock Bowers is going to be better than that.
Yeah, for sure. Since we're on that Genty talk, and it's a great conversation, I want to go ahead and keep it going. I'm going to go ahead and go into this segment. Would you rather? I did this the other day on my show, Raiders Filtered. So I'm challenging everybody in the chat to go ahead and put it out there. It's either A or B. Would you rather have A, Genty hit 1,800 yards, 8 to 10 touchdowns, or B, have Genty hit around 1,300 yards and around 15, 18 touchdowns? So basically, would you rather have the rushing yards and a little bit less on the touchdown side? Or would you rather have less rushing yards and more on the touchdown production side of it? Make sure you guys go ahead and hit A or B down there. I know I got Mike's take. You rather have them around that 1,300 yards, 6 to 8.
I would say B. Yeah.
You would say B? So
I would say B.
Yeah. What about you, Ron? What'd you rather do?
Oh, and this might surprise some people with shit. B all day. If you tell me this man have 18 touchdowns, like
That's
hell
points.
yeah.
That's points.
I'd rather the points than the yards. Because now if you told me the touchdowns were the same, then of course it was different. Or he maybe had like 12 TDs over the 1,800, then probably pick the 18. But the fact you telling me this man got damn near 20 touchdowns in the season, you gotta take that all day, bro. That's points.
Yeah.
Point exactly. That's 7. That's 6.
That's rushing yard. That's rushing points we had none of last year. So yeah, hell yeah, B.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see here. Our guy Yaya said A. SoCal South said B. Okay, there you go. Street Professor says B.
More points. There you go.
Leo says I want more wins.
wins.
we all
You know,
do.
yeah.
Rick Rock says B. Just another DJ B. And Doc Polar B. Yeah, so make sure you guys put either A or B in the chat. Let us know what you guys aiming for. Either 1,800, get the rushing touchdowns, and not as much touchdowns, or B, get 1,300 yards and more on the production side. For me, it's B all day. For me, it's B because I rather seeing how we struggled last year, where we really couldn't couldn't even run a yard into the end zone. I was literally ready to fucking throw my TV, be like one of those guys on Instagram and throw their TV out the door. For me, it's B, bro. I need that production now. That's what I need.
100%. And I see Yaya. He says, "Damn, I'm the only team player here." But this is low key. This is what these stats would tell me. B would tell me that we got a goal line back plus everything else, right? Because there's 18 touchdowns, bro. He's probably in there in the 5-yard line or whatever, getting it in. If it's A, then that means to tell me that Mostert is taking some of them carries and some of them reps in the short yardage, or somebody else is doing that in the short yardage, because there's no way he only has 8 to 10 touchdowns. You know what I mean? Like, and he's the 3-down back. That's what I'm saying, bro. If you're a 3-down back, you only got 8 touchdowns on the season. That's a hard pill to swallow, dog. That's kind of tough.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at his contract.
Right.
You know,
right.
I mean, look at his contract that he signed. You know, so that, I mean, that's a lot of money on the table, man. And guess what? I think we did the right thing. Give the man his money right now, and let him go, man. Let him go. Let him do it.
We kind of see how the contracts are working this year, damn near in the in the league. Like, you look at the edges that got paid. You just look at TJ Watt and all that extra. Now the max contract look like pennies, to be honest. And I think we're doing the same thing with Genty, where it's like right now he's like top 2 or the highest paid running back in the league. In like a year or two, bro, that shit's not gonna matter, to be honest, bro, because it's probably gonna be somebody else. They get some bread that supersedes that, you know. So we'll see.
Do it now. We have the cap. Do it now. Get him out the way. Sign him for the good 4 years, 5 years, and pay him his money now. And then we have to worry about it for the next 2, 3, and worry about other positions. Worry about other positions so we can spend our money in the positions we really need. We're set at running back now. You know, I feel man. This is the first I wanted him since the beginning, right? When we had the 6th pick, Genty. I was even thinking about even trying to move up to get him, because I think he's going to be that great. He's going to be great. He's going to be great. Hall of Fame great. That's what we need, bro. And that's what we need. Little off topic, but you talking about the contract, they better get Bowers done like after this year. If Bowers have the same year that he had last year, they got to sign him immediately. Because if you wait, oh my God, that contract is going to be so astronomically big, bro. Like, if you don't sign him to an extension. Yep, for sure. Ooh, that is true, Cheeto. 15, 18, that's my goal right there. You talking about LT, LaDainian Tomlinson? That's different right there. Yeah, and that's a Hall of Fame.
Talk about generational running back. That's
a Hall of Fame, bro. That's my GOD, bro. When you talking about running backs, bro. LT was different, bro. He was different.
Yeah.
Barry Sanders was different.
See, I didn't get to watch Barry. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I never was there. But, of course, you're a young Raider fan. We getting our ass whooped by LaDainian Tomlinson twice a year. So you get to see it. So
Genty reminds me of Barry Sanders in a lot of ways, because you didn't see Genty get that one good stick on him or anything. Yeah, he's going to get tackled and get hit. And Barry never, I don't know, look at film of Barry, he never really got that big hit, man. He's always sliding, slipping, small little guy. Oh, he's not going to be durable. All he did was just kill records. If he would be the all-time leading rusher if he didn't retire. We all know that. And look at his team. His team was always pretty average, Yeah, he carried the Lions for all those seasons to even make those playoffs. But I think Genty's going to be that special, that great. I'm telling you right now. His slippery, his style. He don't go down after 1 hit, 2 hits. He just keeps going, man. I see a little
Emmitt Smith. Like, when people talk about Emmitt Smith, I get it now a little bit. Now, it's a little, because Emmitt Smith is a Hall of Famer, so people like immediately get to that and be like, "Oh my God!" Like, but you gotta think about it. Emmitt Smith didn't have like Barry Sanders quickness or nothing like that. his contact balance was crazy. Motherfuckers couldn't really bring him down like that, and his vision was stupid. And that's kind of how I look at
He had a big line too.
Big motherfucker.
Now,
if I look at Genty, bro, he kind of got that same. His vision is crazy. Contact balance is crazy. You know what I mean? So I kind of look at him more like a Emmitt Smith kind of LT mold a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. So moving into training camp, because literally that kicks off on Tuesday. How are we feeling? Because I'm excited, man, because that means we're one step closer to starting the regular season, getting into preseason. Preseason is literally like 2 weeks. It's coming that fast. Everything's coming full steam ahead. But sticking on that Brock Bowers talk, obviously he was named the best tight end in the NFL, and I'm glad you brought that little side note run about getting that contract re-up. I mean, yes, we can elect to do the 5th-year option, but I'm in agreement. I think you need to go ahead and lock that future down, because he's going to be here for the next. If we can lock him down for the next 4 years after that initial 4, man, I think we'll be in great shape. But I mean, for me to hear Brock Bowers being named the best tight end, I mean, to me, it just solidifies things, even though it's a rookie year. Yes. But look at the accomplishments he did without an actual quarterback, no run game, not really any offensive line. Let me ask you, Mike, how do you feel hearing that Brock Bowers is the best tight end in the NFL?
Oh, that's badass. That's showing that we're starting to build a winner slowly but surely. We don't want to hear, Brock Bowers is the 10th best guy. We picked him pretty high too in the draft. I mean, he fell in our laps. For me personally, I would have rather have a quarterback. And I know it didn't work out that way, but hey, man, the next best thing came out of it. Look at it. He's already proven it. Year one. This is year one only. This year, I think he's going to be same numbers, if not better. Probably more down to the end zone. Probably more touchdowns. I don't see anything changing for Brock Bowers. And Rundown's right. If you got somebody like that, you better sign him now and extend that instead of waiting and having to pay that top dollar, because that's all the market is. And if he's proving it again, then hey, you need to start talking about maybe a couple-year extension and give him a little bit of money, bonus money, however it works. That's what we got. Spytech. He's making great moves, signing these guys, from linebackers to corners to Jeremy Chin. He's on our team. Like, all these guys that he's been doing, he's great deals and friendly deals, and that's we got a guy like that. And I think they're already thinking about that already. They should be, and not letting that pass by. But Brock Bowers, same numbers, probably more touchdowns, and remember, he blocks. He blocks too, and that's going to help Genty in the run game. So he's an all-around fucking Pro Bowl, soon to be Hall of Famer. When his career's over.
I'm definitely with this. I saw another list that had George Kittle number 1, which if Bowers is number 2 of Kittle, I'm not really that mad, because I could kind of understand, because Kittle kind of blocks a little bit better. But in saying that, I can 100% see this man being the best tight end for years and years and years to come. And if he's not 1, he's probably only 2, because he's better than Travis Kelce at this point in his career right now. And there's no other tight end to me that can do what Bowers can do. Now, we brought up the blocking point, and I'll bring up this point where I think that Bowers' stats will be even better than last year. More yards, more touchdown. If Michael Mayer can play all 17 games, Bowers will have more yards and touchdowns, because then we can say, well, hey, Mike, you do traditional tight end stuff. You line up here on the line and next to DJ Glaze or wherever you got to line up. You know what I mean? While we can put Bowers at the slot or outside and say, all right, well, you run your routes now, bro. You do what you're supposed to do. And there's very minimal corners and safeties that's going to be able to stay with this man right there. So I expect it even to take it up a notch. I mean, not only that, but come on now, we the elephant in the room, quarterback play. Let's just keep it a bean. Quarterback play is just the one reason why we should just see more better Bowers play. I mean, Geno will be able to bring out something that AOC Gardner was not able to do. And that's, hey, lead my receiver a little bit, be accurate in certain passes. Because really what we didn't see from Bowers last year that we saw in his college career that he didn't really bring over, yards after catch. We didn't really see that last year, but in Georgia, that's one of his things, right? That's what he did. That's what everybody was talking about. But with a better quarterback that can lead you, be more accurate, we'll be able to see that a little bit more this year, which
The run, baby.
Yeah,
exactly.
we
And
got
saw
like a
but-
small taste yesterday, last year.
Yeah, that
But
Denver
we
game where he had it over 2 dudes and ran over. Like we saw a little bit, but
Yeah,
this year I think we're gonna see a little bit more of what makes him a little more special this year.
yeah, for sure. And sticking to that training, so there's still some questions. I touched on it earlier. There's some questions on the O line, right? The interior, the guard position. We it looks like Kappa might take one of the positions. Now there's still competition for the other side with Meredith, with Mumford. You have Parham in the mix. Possibly Rogers, Caleb Rogers, the rookie, in that also in that mix. Who do you think that would possibly win those battles? Because there's some battles. Obviously, I talked about the cornerback one, having that battle going on. We're now with the guard. Who do you guys think that would win out that battle? Who could possibly be the starter for week 1?
Go.
Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
Okay, I think a veteran would be obviously the right choice to get in there, depending which veteran's going to step up. Parham, we thought he was going to be this, really good guard. He's kind of fell off a little bit. And then you said Meredith, he seems pretty solid at times, and hey, you never know. Maybe that rookie will step in and maybe show some light. I don't know. I mean, I would say one of the veterans would probably be better at this point. But then again, that's why we have training camp, and that's why we have these battles for whoever the coaches they think that's going to fit with the right, cohesiveness.
Right.
He's going to be right by JPJ. So, JPJ may have something to say or, and then obviously, the tackle. So at the end of the day, I would probably go with the veteran. I don't know which one yet. I think probably I'll say Meredith, at this point. Mumford would probably be in the mix too. But that's just my opinion. And at the end of the day, if one of those rookies steps up, I'm telling you, Pete Carroll is not going to be afraid to put him in there. He's not. It's going to be the cohesiveness, how they gel, how they want to feel. And you can never have too many linemen that are, durable and, somebody's going to stay healthy. That's the main thing, staying healthy and making those blocks, those proper blocks for Gency to get those yards.
Yeah. And on there, I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't gonna lie. We the people, you kind of tripping, bro. You're tripping, bro. We looking at talent as far as that tight end shit. And as far as talent, there's no other tight end in the league that has that talent. Now you talking about stats and you talking about the team losing. That's not Bauer's fucking fault that his team is ass. That's not his fault. He's a rookie. He first came in. And we're looking at the talent. There are not, you can't even give me 3 better tight ends that are more talented than Brock Bauer. You cannot. I'm sorry. But if we're talking about this line, right? We're talking about this line. I just got word from somebody about what the starters look like right now. I'll read it to y'all. But left tackle, Colton Miller, obviously. Jordan Meredith for left guard, which I like. That's what I like.
Yeah,
that's what I said. The veteran.
JPJ for center. You got Dylan Parham as right guard and DJ Glaze as right tackle. So that is projected going in is what I got as far as the starter line going into camp. Y'all know as far as Jay and everybody in the chat, they know my stance, and I'll tell it to Mike. I'm cool with everybody on that line except for Parham, to be honest with you. That's the only one. And I don't get it. Maybe some of us as fans are not seeing it, but I mean, it's very unlikely. A lot of us watch every single snap, even after that, all the film and all the extra. Parham has not grabbed hold of any spot since he has been here, dog. And I've said it multiple times. Right guard, left guard, center. Goddamn, it's 3 positions, dog, in 3 years. What's going to stick? You know what I mean? Now, you feel what I'm saying? Now, in other teams, and we look at other situations. Now, if he was a right guard and out of necessity, injury, and all the extra, he had to go to left guard and had to do center because people were injured and he just had to do that, so be it, right? But we know if everybody's healthy, you're at right guard. We know what you are. It's year 4, dog. We still don't know what this man's good at all. And that's a problem to me.
That's what I said. After I said Parham, not sure he didn't impress me since we got him. I would stick Meredith there, and then obviously Kappa, right? I mean, Kappa is a Super Bowl winning guard. He's a veteran. I'm not sure how much he has in the tank, but to be safe, those are probably your safest bets. But that's why we have training camp, and hopefully Pete Carroll sees that. But you're right. That's already going on year 4, and he hasn't really impressed at all. Parham at all. I mean,
I haven't seen anything, man. I mean,
we
talked about two guys, right, that always had problems with power rush moves, and every time we got, every time we got with a good nose tackle, we were going to struggle. It was Andre James and Dylan Parham. Those are the two dudes we kept saying, hey, dog, if there's some power, we going to struggle. One is gone. I expect the other one. I expect the other one to be gone soon.
Yep.
There you go.
I agree. This is what I agree with, bro. He should be that rotational guy, bro. Because he can play a lot of spots. He can play a lot of spots. But not no starter. I agree with that 100%, Bueno.
Yeah.
100%.
It's funny, speaking of like not being good in the position or being able to grasp the position, it brought back a memory where, and Leo can attest to this, where I met up Leo last year to watch, I forgot what game, I think it was a Cincinnati game, and I saw Parham literally got put on his ass, like run the fuck over, put on his ass, and that's the type of play that literally is seared into my brain. After that, I have not been keen on him, and it's just been terrible one game after another.
And that's not even one game, Jay. I could probably name you two other games I've seen that shit in.
Yeah,
3, 4, 5. I mean, shaky, and you can't blame. I mean, that's all they really had. Now they have some serviceable players, some other veterans that they could, come in and come out. I mean, the line, they definitely built up the line. Spytek, even dropped to some of these rookies. He felt, hey, we need to address. What are we addressing? The trenches, guys, right? Goes back to the trenches, the line, D-line, and the O-line. If you build up, some good D-line and O-line, we're going to be a lot better, all around. We all know that's where it starts from.
Right. Yeah. So
to win games.
I hope Parham is not really on that final list, but if that's the way it's probably looking right now, and obviously that could change going into training camp, and maybe that changes at the end of training camp at the end of August. It gets flipped, and maybe Parham takes a little bit of the backseat. I hope so, because if not, I'm really worried at that point. That's going to be, for me, it's a liability at having Parham in that guard position, to be honest with you.
Some people will bring up that PFF to us. Nobody in the chat's doing it right now, but some people will bring it up and be like, oh, well, he did this and PFF. I don't care what PFF says, dog. When we watch the game, like Jay says, and like Mike has been saying, how many times we see him on his ass? How many times that we see him just get purely beat by bull rush moves, right? And it could be like some dudes like maybe Cam Hayward from the Steelers or some other guys, you know what I mean? If we talking about some like star players, for sure, you might get got a couple times. But I'm talking about dudes from that we have no idea who the fuck they are still doing that to Dylan Parham. Like, we played the Rams, and what's Big Buddy? I forget his name, but his name is like Greg something. He big nose tackle, dog, and he's killing this dude, dog. He's like a second tier, third tier DT. And he's killing Parham when we played the Rams 2 years ago with Baker Mayfield, destroying this man.
I went to that game. I was just like,
bro, I'm like, what is going on? What is going on, bro? We don't know this man's name, but yet he giving you work. And this has happened multiple times, bro.
He had a career game for sure. It's like, nah, but at least now Spytek and them are addressing that. They know moving forward, the trenches, you look what they're drafting, and I know they could have probably drafted higher. I mean, we got a couple of linemen in the third round, right? I believe the third round, not a big namer, but hey, they're addressing that they need to, they know, hey, this is how we're going to build a winner. That's what Spytek, when he was at Tampa Bay, they had a great O-line and a great D-line, right? And what happened? They won the championship. So I'm happy with Spytek's moves and everything he's done, so far. I mean, and there's more to come. There's more to come. For sure.
Yeah, and I get little insider. Yeah, Willie Lump at least gonna do what he's supposed to do, man. I ain't gonna lie. But we the people says Parham has had trash ass coaching staff since he's been in the league, which is true. It is true.
Yeah.
But at the same time, bro, the talent supersedes. You feel what I'm saying? When the coaching staff sees that this dude, it's not really a good thing when the multiple coaching staffs got to look at this dude and look at his film from previous years and say, we got to change his position. And they've done that 3 times, bro. Like, that's not all that. It's 3 different staffs too, bro, that have watched this man from the previous season. Because get in mind, you already know when the staff comes in, they got to watch the film. They got to really dissect the player and what it is. 3 different coaches that said, this motherfucker's not no right guard. This motherfucker's not no center. This motherfucker's not no left guard. Well, shit, what is he? What the fuck is he gonna play, bro? Like, where's he gonna play?
Year 4. This is year 4 now.
Yeah, like damn, bro. Like, where we gonna put him at this point?
Yeah, but serviceable lineman, I would agree with that. You know, that he can do those things as needed, but hopefully we all stay healthy and you know he doesn't have to see the field too much. You know, we get the guys that are going to be there, be durable, and you know, fucking kick some ass, open some big ass holes. You know, for Genty.
Yeah, that's what we need. That's what we need.
Yeah, and JPJ, hey. That's our guy right there, brother.
That's the
born to be a Raider.
I got a copy, Mike. I think that's this next jersey. I'll probably.
That's the next jersey, bro. Yeah.
He probably not going nowhere. So I'll give him that. He probably not going nowhere.
Exactly. He ain't going nowhere. And he is dirty as they come. You see him. He's finishing out plays. He is dirty as they come. JPJ, he'll get out there and he'll punch you in your face, man. He's so young and he's so pumped up and excited for these guys that just got drafted. You know, so that makes it the cohesiveness is going to be that's what's going to definitely take us, you know, to the next level for sure. And JPJ,
real quick, we the people. But what about last year? Last year, Parham struggled. I don't think Parham was good last year. I mean, y'all could tell me if I'm wrong or not. I don't think he was good last year.
No.
Yeah.
I remember us not being able to get no yard. I remember that fully, and he was in there. So that's all. That's all I know.
Yeah. I mean, coaching or no coaching, like you said, if they've been doing this for a long time, you're going to stand out. You know, I mean, there's only so much coaching that you're going to actually need. You know, there's so many game plans going on. I know it was kind of, but still, at the end of the day, he was getting bullied last year. Parham, he's been.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Yeah, that's what you see. Like, it's just him getting bullied. He's getting beat, and that's a liability thing. You know, and that's the point we're trying to make. You know, you didn't get that too much. I really didn't see that from like JPJ. You know, I didn't see that really too much from Glaze. Maybe a couple times here and there. Same thing with Colton. You know, once he really got going. So I don't know. You know, that's the anomaly. That's the guy that stands out. It's Parham.
Hey,
so
Parham is the guy when we play the Chiefs that they say, "Hey, Chris Jones, you line up right here." Wherever 60
line up right here, this dude.
Wherever 66 is, bro, line up there, dog.
Right
don't
there. That's the bullseye. That's the target right there.
And they do it twice a year, dog. You can tell me if I'm lying or not, bro. I'm telling you, they put Chris Jones right in front of Parham every single time.
Well, you look at the game, the Friday Night Lights, that Friday game last year, right? Look at the game. Everybody. I mean, hopefully everybody Ray Nation was watching that game. We were right at there at the end, man. But during the game, who was this disruptive? Chris Jones. And who would you line up under? Parham. I'm sorry, you know, a couple of times JPJ had to get in there, but everybody's got to do their job, you know?
Really, I know JPJ cost us the game, but it wasn't because he got beat. That's a mental error on a different level, bro.
And that was
that's a miscue. Yeah, that's a miscue. That's not him getting punked and bullied and run the fuck over,
rookie.
Bro.
He's a rookie, and you know, hey, everything was, you know, hey, I can let that slide, but this year that ain't gonna happen.
No,
so trust me, guys.
We ain't gonna let that slide this year. Yeah, we're gonna let that slide, but it shouldn't happen.
No, exactly. But you know, we got our all-pro center for many years. Go get his jersey, copy his jersey, guys. Number 58, JPJ, Jackson Power Johnson, baby.
Yeah, I'm on that.
Yeah, new captain right there.
Let me kind of switch it up a little bit. Go on the other side of the ball, and I touched on it earlier. CB1, who do you guys feel is gonna win that battle between Stokes and Porter? I'm gonna start with you, Mike. Who you feel might be that winner? Because that's good. That's a good battle that's gonna be had on that.
Okay, so we got two corner positions, right? And we got a slot. So I think Stokes will probably win the one because of his veteran. You know, he's a veteran and he's been there and in the trenches and all that. And I think Porter will be our number 2 corner. You know, he won't take the best receiver, but he's definitely going to be starting over Bennett and whoever else. And then our slot, I'm not sure where Nick was going to be. I'm not sure. Who else did we pick up? We picked up some another corner, right? Manning? Is it Manning? Who else did we pick up?
It's a bunch of rookies. It's a bunch of rookies and that played last year, like Darnay Holmes. Like, that's it.
Okay, and Darnay Holmes. But yeah, I think it's going to be Stokes, and I think it's going to be Porter starting at our corners. But Stokes probably going to be one because of his better leadership. That's just me.
Man, Lonnie Johnson was the other guy. Lonnie Johnson from the Panthers.
Oh, Lonnie Johnson. There you go.
Lonnie Johnson. Okay, so he might be our nickel. You know, depending. I mean, Pete Carroll's going to put these guys where he feels is going to get the best out of them. You know, definitely Porter's a straight up corner. He's just going to, you know, get in there and he's going to be physical and with that length and that that quickness. I don't see him getting burned too much unless it's a mental error, but they're going to put him in the right position. And I said, probably Lonnie's going to be the nickel, and who else is whoever else is going to fill in. And then obviously we got our safeties, right? Palmao and Chin.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's looking a lot better than we did last year. I mean, I love Chin's energy. Hey, man, he's going to lay some licks. He's going to lay some people out this year. I can't wait,
Chin's been
he's
doing
he's nice.
He's been doing some reps on nickel. They've been bringing him down every so often. So that might be a thing where you'll see some looks on there from Chin. Yeah, I don't know.
That's not good.
I think he's a stay safety. Yeah,
that's not good,
keep him in his position. You don't need to be experimenting right now.
Because if you bring him down, let him come down how he usually does. Linebacker. I mean, I don't want no nickel play like that, bro. Because then at the end of the day, who's gonna play the safety when he's got to go to nickel? That's what I'm saying. Like there's question marks. Now for me, bro. Shout out my man Cheeto. People start to see the vision. You see Porter 1, Stokes 2. Who we leave off of there, Jay? You know who you know who we left off of there, dog. Yeah. I've been getting in arguments with people all offseason. And it's not because I said Bennett is trash or nothing like that. I'm just saying I'm not putting somebody unreliable as my CB1. If I know that Jacorian Bennett is going to miss the last 4 to 5 games because of injury, which he's done his first 2 years in the league, I can't put him out there, dog, because them last 4 to 5 games is when we need his ass. So at the end of the day, bro, like I'd rather, if I'm just going to end up playing one of you motherfuckers that's backing up anyway, I might as well play you now. You know what I mean? And get you out there. 2, said it all the time, bro. Hey, Pete Carroll likes what type of corners? You know what I mean? He likes big, tall, fast corners. We all know that. You know what I mean? So he's going to give Porter and Stokes every opportunity. He's going to give them every opportunity to play, right? And I know some people can say, like, well, Jacorian Bennett had a great year last year. But that's the thing. Not all coaching staffs, smart coaching staffs, are not just going to slot somebody in that they don't know just because they had a good year last year. I don't know you. You know, if I'm Pete Carroll, this everybody meeting each other. We all shaking each other's hands for the first time. You feel what I'm saying? So what you did last year for AP has no relevance to me. Shit, AP got fired. So at the end of the day, bro, I don't give a fuck what you did for AP, bro. I don't give a damn what you did, bro. What you did for AP last year got him fired and won 4 games. So all that shit is irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? Whether if it was a good year or not. So we all resume starting this year. And when it come to me and I got my preferences, say if we're in camp and he's not doing what he's supposed to do, it's not that far-fetched that he wouldn't start, dog. I mean, this is a new coaching staff, a new regime, and they want to see what they want to see. So if he's not showing them what they want to see and what they need, then at that point, bro, like, you got to move around and first of all, they probably want Porter to play anyway. Let's keep it a bean. They just drafted Porter. They need him to play. Stokes is the one where we'll see. That's the battle to me.
Yes.
That's the battle.
Mm-hmm. That is.
I agree. I think it'll be Stokes number 1 and then Porter number 2. Definitely Porter getting a lot of reps, a lot of playing time for sure. Bennett, I don't know, man. I like Bennett a lot, and I'm rooting for the guy. I really do hope he stays healthy and we see even a better version of him come this year, because that's all a benefit at the end of the day. But there's still some question marks on him. But I really do hope he stays healthy. The other guys, I really do hope we get even a better year from Paul Mao. That's a guy that I'm excited. I was very excited that he got extended. So glad to see him back. Really interested to see what Jeremy Chin looks like here with us or under Pete with the Raiders. I think he will become even better as well. So I wanted to get you guys' takes on that CB1 position, because there's still some question marks. Nickel, I don't know. I don't think we'll get that.
I would have loved to see Jacorian Bennett maybe to go to nickel if we could, but his ass can't tackle like that. So he's not a great tackler. So at that point, that's probably some of the reason why we'll see in the camp too. If he's battling with Stokes and Porter, who's gonna tackle better? Because Bennett's not a great tackler like that. You know what I mean? So maybe it was the shoulder. Maybe a little bit of his shoulder was getting on him. We'll see. You know, we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
put those pads on, and they start flying. But like I said, it's about staying healthy. And Bennett's been kind of unreliable. You know, he's not durable. And when he's out there, he shows flashes and then he gets burned. He shows flashes and then he gives that big play like, you know. And this is year 3 now, my guys. This is year 3. I mean, how many years we keep giving these guys?
There you go.
This is year 3. Tyree, what, year 3, right? So I mean, they're on the fence. Parham, right? Year 4, like, you know, hey, we got to start building these guys to be consistent at their play. And then number 1 is obviously stay healthy, right? If they're consistent at their play, yeah, they're going to fill in and it'll be great. But until then, I haven't seen that from Bennett. You know, we know he has some flashes, but flashes don't do it for me. It's got to be consistent.
What is Chris Smith and Trey Taylor doing? Collecting reps on special teams is what they're doing. They're not going to be playing. I just watched Chris Smith in film not too long ago, bro. And I had so many high hopes for him, but he's just too slow, bro. He's a little slow and a little stiff, right? He's not that athletic, so it's like I don't know. Just get Justin Simmons or something, bro, or get something. We need something.
Yeah. Well, Trey, we haven't seen him. Trey was hurt last year, you know, so
that's
true. The jury's still out on him, you know, so it's only year 2 for him. You know, he's one of them lengthy, tall guys, you know, safety out of Air Force. So, you know, we'll see. You know, we'll see what's up. You know, if he comes in and does his thing and contributes or, you know, learns from Chin, hey, that would be a bonus for us. But he's definitely a safety. He's not a corner. Trey Taylor's a safety in my book, you know. But like I said, can't really. He was hurt, so he can't really
Good point.
Yeah.
He was hurt. We didn't see nothing.
Yeah. So you know, Trey Taylor, shout out, man. Ran to one of his Air Force buddies out there in Hawaii. Okay. Her name was Michaela. So hey, Trey, you know, I'm rooting for you, man. Get healthy, bro. Contribute. Yeah. We need you, Raider Nation, baby. So yeah.
We hyped. I mean, I was hyped when we got him. You know, I was hyped when we got it because I saw some of his talent and what he was doing. And he won that DB award in college, and I was like, okay, you know, we might have a little something. When he got hurt, when he got hurt, that should probably put him, you know, back, you know, a little bit. His rookie year and all that.
But hey, year 2, you know, if he's not progressing and maybe showing some flashes, maybe getting in there, then we'll know. He's just going to be a bench guy, and hopefully nobody gets hurt from our safety because we don't really have anything to back them up, you know, something significant to back them up.
No, we don't.
You know, but like Simmons, who's still on the market for agency safety? Simmons still there?
Yeah, he is. He is.
Mm-hmm.
He's commanding too much. He wants to. I mean, I don't like.
Just waiting for a good opportunity. He probably waiting for something good to come along. He old, so at this point, he can wait.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're trying to be young and be now, not be old then. You know, not saying he wouldn't contribute, but if that was the case, they should have signed him earlier. Not, you know, we're gonna start training camp. You know, start the mini camps.
I don't like when they do that because now he gets no camp and all that extra. Like I don't like that.
He's behind already. He's behind, you know. When people miss training camp, they're behind. You can say, oh, he could come in. No, you got to be there day 1. You know, you got to be involved day 1 to get the whole full of the training camp and know what's going on and know what exactly, you know, the vision is. Not, you know, come in a couple months later. Oh yeah, I'm here. Who gives a shit? You weren't there then.
Yeah. Only
it's about now. You know, it's about now.
If you've already seen the coaches before, or like your talent is just that good, you can step in and you know you do what you do. But certain times, you know, more times not, like you're saying, they need that continuity. They need that little time to train to get right.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Let me ask you guys this. I'm gonna put the scenario. So Wilkins doesn't make it. He's not gonna make week 1. He's gonna be out for a while. Mm-hmm. Who's gonna win that position out of everybody who's available at tackle? Who do you guys think is gonna be the guy to start?
I'll let you go. Run down and take down first.
I'm torn between Luwalu and Pegues because I really like Pegues, but I think just because he was here last year, he was actually making some plays too. Towards the end of the year, I'm gonna go with Luwalu, bro, because he was starting to flash a little. You know what I mean? Towards the end of the year, he was making some plays against the run. He got some pressure. He wasn't really getting sacks, but he was getting pressure. You know what I mean? He was getting back there. So with another year under his belt with Robbie Leonard, you know, and with Max and all them, I expect him to take a nice little leap. And we talking about younger guys, right? Butler, I expect what I expect from Butler already. If I don't get what I expect from Butler, I'm gonna be disappointed. So at this point, we should know what to already assume Butler will give us.
Yeah.
I think, like I said, Butler is consistent. You know, number 69. He's always there. He's always making those plays, getting sacks and getting pressure. He's right there, right by Max. You know, and he's solid. He's solid as can be. You know, the same thing at rundown. You know, you got JJ. You know, you're hoping you get these 5th, 6th rounders or to get in there and be this the shining light. And you never know. You know, it could happen. Right. But I'm gonna go with the Saberbat Walu. I think he did show some flashes last year. He was in there. He's in the mix, and and we still what about number 9? I mean, we're still number. I know number 9. I mean, you got to find somewhere for him, right? Is he going to come in and show flashes, or he's going to rotate with Walu, or I mean, they got to get breathers, So
if he's good, bro, it's gonna make our D line like a top 5 D line if he's good.
Yeah. I'm hoping and praying. I'm rooting for him because actually number 9 is my favorite number, and I have faith in him. But when we dropped him, we should have dropped him in the beginning. He was already hurt. I don't like when you drop hurt people. You're already like a year behind when they're hurt. So that's the pass.
That was the case.
And he's on our team.
That was the case.
This is year 3 now. I mean, hope he's a big guy. You show, oh man, he's. Do it out on the field, man. Give me some sacks, baby. Give me some pressures.
There you go.
Help your DNs. Stop that run. If you can do, at least stop the run.
Because I'm glad you said that, Mike. Because I do think he's good against the run. But if you're not gonna give us no pressures or nothing, you got to be dominant against the run, bro. We got you top 10, bro. Like I need to see tackles for loss. I need to see you in the backfield on these running backs, bro. If that's the case, like if I'm not
with those long arms, that big tall frame, batting balls down or doing if you can't even at least bat some balls down.
Yeah, be disruptive if that's the case. If you're not gonna give me sacks or nothing like that, bro, then you better be somebody where the offensive line, like shit, we gotta. Where's he at? Where's 9 at, bro? Just make sure we running over here. Make sure we running to the other side or whatever the case.
Even he's got those long arms, man. You don't see many of the lines using their back in the old days, old school. Gotta pick it up.
What?
That's the same thing as a sack. If you ask me, it's almost the same thing as a sack. You're preventing them from gaining yards, right? Or tackle for a loss, should I say?
There you go.
But yeah, I mean, he has that frame, bro. He has the potential, but they need to get the best out of him. This is year 3, and actually, this is really year 2 because the first year he was battling injuries, trying to get on the field.
There you go.
And that's what I'm talking about. Consistency, continuity, staying healthy. That's if you're not healthy, you're not doing your job. You got to be healthy, man.
Yeah,
got to be out there. So that's my take.
For me, I think it's gonna be Lualu. Being in that starting spot. I don't see Tyree starting. I see him as more of a rotational piece, and that's just the honest truth. That's what happened last year. He didn't start. He was a rotational piece. He got more reps in. I think that's gonna follow the same path. He's gonna be the rotation. He's gonna get quite a bit of reps. They are gonna want to see what he can do. Unless he, this has to be that year where he literally, it's a breakout year. It has to be. If not, I don't see him being part of the squad next year.
He get traded. Yeah, he can trade.
He get traded out and let somebody probably work with him. But if he can't do it with Pete, I don't think he's gonna do it anywhere else. That's just my take on it. I
will give you that. Yeah. And I'll tell you this too. There's a guy already on the squad this year that I have a little more faith at him doing something in the edge and the D line than I do with Tyree. And that's Ja Joyner. And that man's undrafted, bro. He's undrafted. I have faith that Ja Joyner will make the squad and actually produce on the edge more than I do that Tyree will.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Me too. That's a Pete. Pete comes. Every position is open. They said that earlier there's some quarterback run, but whatever. We all know what positions are open and who's fighting for what positions, right? Pete opens that up for a reason because obviously he's been around a long time. His experience is definitely going to be great for Raider Nation. All these young guys are coming in, even all the veterans. Look at the whole feel of everything. The vibe, the coming in and messing with the players, and going there, practicing, jumping on them, trying to pin them, and the whole. I mean, the whole vibe is just totally different. I'm super pumped that he's our coach, and with Spy Tech, those two guys, we all know TB12. He's behind the scenes, but he has his handprints all over this stuff too. So at the end of the day, those two guys, Pete Carroll with the experience coming in, and I think it was smart for him keeping his defensive coordinator, Graham. Yeah. I thought that was smart. 100%. I thought that was smart. He could have been like, no, I'm bringing in my guy, whatever. No, he said, what? I'm going to keep Graham because I feel like he connects with Max Crosby, and the main guys are a part of Raider Nation defense last year. So that was smart of him. But, he's going to put his little twist on it. Pete Carroll doesn't. And he's definitely going to get the best out of his players. That's for damn sure. And if not, they ain't showing up. You're out. Next guy in. Next man up. You know, he don't got time. Hey, he's 73 years old. He don't got time to be waiting. You know what I'm saying?
There you
We
go.
want to win now. We want to win.
And I'm glad you said that about that quarterback controversy. Can we stop this as a certain portion of fan base when training camp is coming up, bro? So now it's time to stop all the dumb shit, right? Like we know comparing AOC to Gino is like comparing McDonald's burger meat to Wagyu steak. Stop it, bro. It's not the same, bro. It is not the same quality of shit at all, bro. So at the end of the day, we all know let's stop all the foolery. And we know we have a quarterback that we got to get behind this year, bro, because this is the first time in a minute. The first time in a minute where I can be confident that we got a quarterback to say, all right, bro, we going in every game. You give us a chance. Give us a chance. You know what I mean? And that's all I'm with.
You got a quarterback, you got a system, you got new players, you got our running game, you got a running back. I mean, we addressed a lot of needs this season. I mean, and I'm super, like I said, I'm super excited. And we upgraded on some, positions here and there. But at the end of the day, man, it's all going to be everybody being cohesive, being together, Raider Nation on the field, Raider Nation off the field, all of us to get this fucking season started, 2025. Look out, we're here. I'm fucking pumped up, guys. I don't know about you. I know.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Oh, yeah.
So what games are you guys going to? What games are you guys going to?
I'm in Chicago for sure. I'm trying to get to the home opener. But this is a year. I just had my son, so me and him gonna be watching a lot of games together, man. We're gonna be doing our thing this year.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, I'll be
and
out.
Jay, you already mentioned.
Yeah, I'll be out in Phoenix for that preseason game versus the Cardinals, and then week 2, I'm there. I'm already tickets already booked. They're already booked. Getting that hotel booked. And then I'll be out November 2nd for the Jaguar game. That's my birthday weekend, so I'll be doing the damn thing in Vegas. So that's gonna be a good one as well. So got that cinched up already as well. So I might do Denver, but highly unlikely. It's a back-to-back. It's like 4 days after that Jaguar game. They go to Denver, though it's close to me. It's not that close, but it's a little closer than Vegas. I don't know. It's rough. So we'll see. We'll see about Denver, but usually go to that one.
At that point, our record's gonna hope. We're gonna be playoff contention. We're gonna be, our record's gonna be above 500, and you're gonna be like, I'm going to that game. I'm thinking about going to that game too, low key. Got invited out by Will from Black Hole out there, Denver. And he's out telling, hey, come out, man, come out. And I'm thinking of telling the wife, hey, let's go. She's like,
you got to go to the Raider bar if you're going to be out there. Shout out to the Black Hole out in Denver, the Raider bar.
Raider Will.
Yeah. So we go like every year. It's just this year. It's just the weird how it's a Thursday night game. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm playing something with Cheeto too, man. I mean, his ad right by me, so we gonna carpool to something this year. It's gonna happen.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm going week 1, Boston. Doing a takeover with the Black Hole over there with Jeff.
With Jeff and them. Okay.
We're doing a takeover there at Providence. At Blake's Tavern. We're gonna be doing that. And then week 2 coming back, going to the home opener. It's a must, right? It's a must. Got to go to the home opener. And then I'm going to pause it out for a little bit. And then I hit that Tennessee Titan game with my boy Cheeto and my boy Raul and Ralph. It's their birthdays. So we're going to do that Tennessee Titan game. And then from there, obviously the Cowboy game, that's mandatory. We're doing our Lot W. Me and the homie Shorty, we're doing our tailgate there. And Lot W, Raw Nation Race Against the World with Shorty. So there's a lot of things, there's a lot of games we're going to. I'm thinking about that Denver. And then obviously the last game of the season, we always go, me, my wife, and my 2 sons. We always go to the last game of the season. And that's against, who? The Chiefs.
So we might. I might see you. I might see you with the Tennessee one because I think I'm gonna go out there with my boy Cheeto too. Because my birthday the week before, literally. But,
there you go.
Yeah,
we away. You feel what I'm saying? We away. So we in Indianapolis and all that shit. So I might fuck around, come with y'all.
Yeah, come on down, run down. Hey, that'll be dope. Yeah, we could all just get together, bro, and have a good old time.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Let me go ahead and move into this segment, and it was out on Instagram a couple of weeks ago, and we asked it to the Violator, to Unk. Shout out to Unk. But I wanted to go ahead and get your take, and I challenge everybody in the chat as well. Who is on your Raiders Mount Rushmore? Players or coaches, could be either one, all time, don't matter who. Who are your 4 that's gonna be up on that mountain on those faces for the nation? Who do you got on there? And chat. Put yours out there too. We want to hear what you guys Who you guys have for your 4 up there?
Jeez. That's it's a lot of Hall of Fame players, man. So I'm gonna go start off with number 1. We all know who number 1 is, Mr. Al Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Without Al Davis, there'd be no Raiders. Without Al Davis, there'd be no legacy. Without Al Davis, there'd be no just win, baby. Wouldn't have our 3 championships. Everybody knows his history. If you don't know, started the coach. He used to coach for the Chargers at one time. Came over to the Raiders. Started coaching us. Obviously took over, AFL commissioner, combined the NFL together. That's a pioneer. People don't give him enough credit. Rest in peace, Al Davis. His birthday was July 4th. And like I said, at the end of the day, that's my number 1. Because without Al Davis, there ain't no Raiders. They ain't no Raiders without Al Davis. And number 2, I'm going to go up and, I'm going to say I like Howie. Howie Long. Big 75, baby.
The first match.
I seen him play.
Yeah, the first match.
Yeah, exactly. Mr. Howie Long, he's definitely, an impact player for me when I was growing up. Over there, I was watching him when he was the LA Raiders. I watched him play and stuff. So, I'm going to go Howie Long. Definitely, John Madden's up there. John Madden's right there, right behind Mr. Al Davis, won our championship, in the 70s with the Raiders. Some tough years, man. That decade was rough, man. The Steelers were always battling with them, and, but he got us that one. He got us that one with the snake and, so Mr. Madden, hey, rest in peace to him too. And then there's so many players, and I obviously like Marcus Allen, and I obviously like Charles Woodson, so I'm going to just give you 5 for now, but we can go on and on. But, those are impactful players. Without Marcus Allen, that run in '84 championship when the LA Raiders won it, man, dope, and then obviously we know the story. Bo Jackson came in and the whole thing, but Marcus Allen's been one of my favorite players. I was a running back when I was a kid, so I love Marcus Allen. And then definitely big 24, big Seawood, baby. Charles Woodson, he gave it to us all. He came back and finished his career with us. So how can you not be blessed and enjoy that, man? That was awesome. I was at the game and Raiders.
Yeah, that was tough, bro.
That was dope. That was dope. Yeah. So those are my top 5. I mean, there's plenty more we can go, but to me, those are big impactful people, coaches, players, and that's mine 5 right now.
There you go.
I like that. I like that.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Shout out to literally almost 50 people in the or over 50 people in the building. Make sure you guys put down to who's on your Raiders Mount Rushmore. My guy Dixon says he has Davis, Madden, Otto, and Bo Jackson. All right, there you go. Interesting.
Damn.
I like that.
Damn.
Got Otto in there.
Okay. I like that.
Let me jump in there real quick. I forgot one more person, Mr. Plunkett. Jimmy got us 2 rings. Jimmy got us 2 rings. He wasn't that flashy, that the stat guy, but he did get us 2 rings. Mr. Jimmy Plunkett.
That is true.
And a lot of quarterbacks can't say that in the NFL. They got 2. Yeah, people got 1, but he got 2.
Yeah, they can't.
So I didn't mean to jump in, but go ahead, Jay. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. You're good. For me, it's Al, it's Madden. I gotta put Flores up there and Plunkett, man. Those are my Mount Rushmore guys. To be up on that for sure. There you go.
I like it. Yeah. Flores, Plunkett. Well, I don't like adding people that I have never watched or just don't see. That's just me personally. Now I'll put Al because Al, like Mike says, pioneer. Without Al, we don't have the squad.
Yeah.
But Charles Woodson's in there for me for sure. Got to put him in there. I didn't watch him, right? But of course, I'm a running back dude. So Marcus Allen is in there. But if I was going to go off of who I've watched, damn near Darren McFadden is in there. But that's because I've watched him. But Marcus Allen for sure. Last but not least, bro, I said Al, Charles, Marcus, and last but not least, I'm a rock with somebody that I like. I'm gonna just go with Tim Brown, bro. I'm gonna rock with Tim Brown. No, wait, Cliff. I'm gonna rock with Cliff Branch. He got my number, bro. 21 is my number. So you got you.
Yeah.
I don't.
There's so many Raiders, bro. Jacobs or Tay.
There's so many Raiders. I mean, this could go on and on. I mean, Timmy Brown, 81. Man, what he brought to the Raiders too. I mean, LA Raiders. And then back to Oakland. I mean, he was Mr. Consistent. I mean, there's so many. We have to get a Hall of Fame because we have. You can throw the all the old school players. Like I said, I didn't see a lot of the 70s. I did see the early 80s. So, but like I said, it's kind of rough to put those over there. But we all know the Mount Rushmores.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. SoCal says Al, Marcus Allen, Tim Brown, and Seawood. There you go. If I'm doing a modern one, I would still have Al on there. I would have
There is no
Madden.
modern Rushmore.
Well, I don't know. More like from the 2000s, I guess, if you want to put.
If you want to say that,
like more modern. Yeah.
After
more
the
modern.
Super Bowl, there is no Mount Rushmore. It's over.
Yeah, I would put. I mean, for me, it would be Gannon. I'm high on Gannon.
Yeah,
and I'll put Timmy Brown on there for sure. Yeah, I would put Rice on there. But he wasn't with the Raiders long enough.
Shit. I mean, he was what 38 or whatever, still getting over 1,000 yards.
He was
still killing it.
Yeah.
All time great.
The truth says no more ads. Let me watch the show. Hey, Baby Rundown and Baby J got to eat now. Well, I'm sorry.
Formula and diapers aren't cheap, bro.
Exactly.
Formula and diapers are not cheap. Let me tell you that for sure.
Everybody that's tuning in, hey, good morning to the Good Morning Raiders Rundown and J Raider. They do a fucking great job, guys. You guys tune in, watch these guys. You know, hey, this is my second. You know, these guys are dope, and hey,
thank you.
Love what they're doing, and you know, thank you for coming out. Whoever's watching us right now, that's awesome. On your Saturday morning, you know, you can be doing something else, but hey, you're watching us, so that's awesome. More love to you guys. Love you, Raider Nation.
We get to the topic of the show, the best topic of the show.
Yes, sir. All right, so that moves us into our final segment, the spotlight. Meet our guests. So every show we take time out of the show to go ahead and really get to know our guests. This week is Mike from Raiders Against the World.
Let's go, baby.
There you go. So let's go ahead and kick it off. Let's start from the beginning. Let me ask you, how long have you been a Raider fan? And what was that moment that made you really fall in love with the silver and black?
Like I said, it's been a long time since I was born. Actually, my dad was a Raiders fan. I lived in LA, born in East Los. So my dad was a Raider/Rams fan. So, you know, back then the Rams were there too. So, you know, growing up, you know, just as once I finally started playing football, always liked the Raiders. I mean, who doesn't? You know, the pirate, you know, the shield, you know, the emblem, the colors, you know. So since I can remember, probably early 80s, been a Raider fan. I have an old school picture. I think I was telling Raider Dub, me with the Jim Plunkett jersey on back in the day, you know. So yeah, since early 80s, I've been a fan, man, and never stopped. My vision's always been, you know, just diehard Raider fans, going to the games, you know, just like a lot of all Raider fans that are going on right now, right? We've been doing it for years and years, you know. And then 84 championship came. I was about, you know, I was young, but I remember that championship, and just then watching. I've been a fan of players and just, you know, the coaching and the mystique. And there's no other NFL team like the Raiders.
Yep.
Raiders, man, we all know that Raiders do it well. You know, hopefully we can start making a consistent basis. Anymore, you know, in the early 80s, we're the king of the Monday nights, early 90s, and then 2000s. And you know, we all know what happened. A lot of things went bad and south. Bad draft picks and the whole shebang and coaches. And you know, Al Davis started getting a little older. And you know, but at the end of the day, you know, that's how long it's been, man. I bleed silver and black all my life.
There you go. Let me ask you this: every diehard fan has one. Who's your favorite Raider of all time and why?
Well, you're talking about player, right? You're talking about player, right?
Yeah. Who's your favorite player of all time?
Man, that's a rough one, man. But I'm gonna say Marcus Allen, man. You know, Marcus, 32, and like I said, I'm a running back guy, and man, what he brought to the Raiders early in his career, you know, out of USC, you know, Heisman, you know, and he broke down. Now he broke down barriers. He was a badass runner, slide, smooth. You know, he had that long stride, you know, kind of like Eric Dickerson a little bit, but he had his own running style, man. And until, you know, Bo Jackson came and then all that stuff happened with him and Bo, Marcus would have been, you know, he's still one of the greatest, but he probably would have been even better than that, you know. And catching out of the backfield, he was one of the best at doing it back in the 80s, you know, early 90s, you know, when, you know, obviously went over to the Chiefs and all that. But Marcus Allen's one of my main guys, man, for sure, you know.
There you go. Yeah, that's what's up for sure. Go ahead, Ron.
As far as, you know, because we do this content stuff, you know, all of us, we try to, you know, do our best around this content stuff. What has been the most challenging thing for you personally, as far as, you know, trying to make content, trying to be within that world, or, you know, and what's been the most fulfilling thing, you know, the most positive thing?
So, you know, trying to do content, I just live my life, guys. Honestly, this is who I am. It's always been. just as far as Raider football goes, always been, talking about Raider football from many people all over that I meet, over the course of my life, from anywhere. Anybody's wearing a little Raider hat or wearing a Raider shirt, from an elderly lady to an older man to a young kid. Hey, Raider Nation, this is just what I do, and when I do my content and when I do my videos and when I do things, on my Instagram, this is real life. This is who I am. This is how pumped up I am. This is how I want to bring Raider Nation even bigger and better back together. Unity, how it was, back in the Oakland days. How it doesn't matter if, I didn't know, hey, come over here, man, and in LA, hey, come over here, man, and just trying to get everybody together, because my dream and my vision is going to be one day we're going to black out Allegiant Stadium. I mean, completely black it out like it was in Oakland, and it's going to happen, guys. So that's why, I'm here to just do my content based off that and based off players, and it's excitement and joy and just something of fresh air, just a new fresh look and bring it in now, because obviously it's a different scene in Vegas now. We all know that. It can never be LA and it can never be Oakland. Oakland is, the hub. Oakland is the mother of everything. And but now it's in Vegas, so Vegas is lacking that. We all know that. If people go to the game, the parking lots are full. It's a lot of people coming in the limo. A lot of people are just coming in and go to the games, and all that stuff. But I want to bring back that old school, back to Vegas, and just said we can all just always don't have to worry about going to our game and seeing other teams take over. To me, that's it just angers me, man. It gets me so upset. But then again, we're all in this together. There's thousands and millions and 100 billions and billions of Raider fans. We need to all get together and, be consistent about what games we're going to go to. And so that doesn't happen, I mean, it's tough. I know it's Vegas. I know it's a destination spot. But, that's one of the things why I do my content, man, to just bring everybody along, that there's places to go see games. There's other cities, there's other clubs, there's other organizations, there's tons of podcasts. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be one. It could be a lot, and try to support as best I can to everybody that's doing their content or their podcasts and doing something good for Raider Nation at the end of the day.
For sure.
Yeah.
Do you have another question, Ron?
Oh no, we good. I just wanted to go ahead and ask that content question.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. What, because not a lot of people know like what kind of what you have going on. You're known for the Raiders Against the World brand. What inspired you to go out and create that clothing brand, and really like blow it up?
It wasn't just going to be a clothing brand. It was just going to be a brand. Raiders Against the World. That just tells you what I'm about, what the Raiders been about. A lot of Raider fans feel the same way I do. They just, don't say it as much, and that's why I came out with Raiders Against the World. My vision is just to say, hey, look, we're here regardless. We know the fans. We know the refs. We know the NFL doesn't like us. So, hey, we're always been against the world. Our backs have always been against the wall. It hasn't been easy for us, especially after Al Davis, did his thing in the early 80s, and sued the NFL, and he won. And there's always been that vendetta, the NFL and the Raiders, they're out to get us. And I mean, look at the games. Look at a lot of games that we've been screwed off of, and the list goes on and on and on. And other teams that happen too, but it doesn't happen as much as it does to the Raiders. So Raiders Against the World to me is exactly what it says. Raiders Against the World. You don't like us, guess what? We don't like you either, at the end of the day. And we're going to come in, and we're not going to just talk about it. We're going to take it. And I want to bring back, and hopefully the players understand that. The players are bringing back. Just go in there and take that from the other team. We'd walk in there with intimidation to, back in the days. And that hasn't been happening lately, I mean, the last playoff berth was 21, and that's when we started building a winner. And then the Chucky thing went on and all that shit happened. And after that, it's been, 3-4 years, man. Just those 3-4 years put us back another 3-4 years. So now we're behind. So, we can definitely build that winner up. And I feel with Carroll and Spytech, and our players, all the young, hungry dog players that we have, I feel that's going to be back here soon, real soon. So, at the end of the day, that's what it's about. And like I said, I've been going to tailgates. I've been, going to Oakland all my life. I've been taking the RV with a lot of people I know, my family, a lot of friends. This ain't something new that's been happening. This has been happening. The only thing now is it's documented now. Now we have social media now, and people can see it more. Back then, it's always been this way. I've always been diehard Raider Nation, Raiders Against the World. So that's how it came about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Cool.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Let me ask you, what else do you have coming up, going on? Any collabs that we should kind of be looking out for? I know you mentioned the blackout in Boston with our guy Jeff. I mentioned a little bit earlier, Bolsa Chica. Let us know.
Yeah, well, Bolsa Chica's 7 days away next Saturday. Come on out. Just to clarify, it's not my official event. This event's been going on for years. Bolsa Chica's been happening for many years. It kind of died down a little bit after COVID, So I went last year. Like I said, met some dope people out there, some new Raider fans I've never met in my life, and we continue to talk, all the time on a weekly basis, and they're all going to be there again. And I just felt like if Raiders Against the World could do something to spice it up, to take it another notch up, I was going to try to do that. And unfortunately, what I planned out didn't happen this year. But at the end of the day, it's still place. So you guys come out. There's still time. If you don't have plans, come out, guys. It's going to be dope. We got Raider fans from everywhere coming out, from a lot of cities, from states, and I mean, it's just going to be badass unity. Raiders Against the World. Any club you're part of, come on out, man. And just celebrate with us and do a takeover.
Yeah, that's gonna be fine, man. That's gonna be lit.
So that's the beach event, and then obviously, we're going to training camp, and that's just not an event, but we're going to go attend that, and then the Boston week 1 takeover, and then we have our and that weekend, I'm sorry, the weekend of the beach event, Friday, my sons, the Groovy Hermanos, are going to be at Sandbar Beach right there in Huntington Beach on Main Street.
Okay,
Huntington Beach at Sandbar. I have 2 sons. They're house DJ musics. You want to look them up on IG? They're called the Groovy Hermanos. They're going to do a takeover there. And that's Friday night. If everybody comes in early, wants to go do something on Huntington Beach, that Friday night. And then Saturday is the beach event. And then Sunday, we got a takeover in Pomona at the Fox Theater rooftop. That's for my birthday. If you got anything going on, guys, come on out. Come celebrate. Come celebrate live. Come celebrate Raider Nation. Come celebrate some good music. That's with the Groovy Hermanos, Fox Theater in Pomona rooftop. So come on out. That's Sunday. So then we have the Boston trip, with the hooking up with the Black Hole with Jeff and the Black Hole doing a takeover in Providence. And like I said, I'm working on something for after the game, for the Patriots game and the Raider game, close by, to do something there. It hasn't been confirmed. Once I do, I'll definitely throw it on my IG, let everybody know. And then obviously Lot W, the Raider Cowboy game. Come on out, the homie Shorty and Ron Nation. We're doing a badass tailgate there in Lot W. Come join us, see what the fun's about. We're just trying to bring back that old school flavor from Oakland. DJ, we're gonna have some performances. Angel Baby's gonna be on the one. He's gonna be the MC for that night. And I said it's a Monday night game, prime time. So we got a couple of things lined up. I'm looking to collab with Chino Linus from the Black Hawaii. We're gonna do an event together here soon. We have no dates yet, but we're working on that. And also Dub Raider, we're looking to do a collab out there where he's at over there in Long Beach, LA area. So we're working on these things until then. We'll let everybody know. But yeah, so a lot of good things coming up, and we're not stopping there, man. I'm not stopping until we black out that stadium, guys. Hear me? And you're gonna join me, Jay Raider and Rundown. We're gonna be part of that. We're gonna be part of the movement. MOB, baby, movement of blackouts, baby. That's what we do. MOB, movement of blackouts. Let's go.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna be there that week 2, brother. So
okay,
we're gonna black it out. We're gonna try to black it out.
We're gonna do our thing.
Yeah, we're gonna do our damn thing over there for sure. A lot of fun events. So if you guys are in the area in Southern California or Orange County, or LA is pretty big, so it's not too far to go ahead and head on over to Bolsa Chica. It's in Orange County. It is next Saturday. Make sure you guys go ahead and check that out. Go ahead and get some Raider unity, meet some other Raider fans. And trust me, being in a different place, sometimes it's hard to meet other Raider fans. I know I struggled when I first got here where I'm at in Albuquerque, and it took me a little while to meet other Raider fans. But if you guys are out in Orange County, make sure you guys go ahead and check that out. If you guys are going down to New England week 1, make sure you guys check out the event at Blake's Tavern. That's going to be Raiders Against the World, co-sponsored with the Black Hole New England. Shout out to our guy Raider Jeff. They're doing the damn thing. That is September 6th from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern time. Leo's gonna be out there, so he said he got his ticket, so he's gonna be out there.
Right,
he's gonna be doing the damn thing. That's gonna be fun. I'm jealous, bro, because I ain't gonna be out there, but
if my Raider Nation, come on through, man. Come on through. I got some rooms blacked out. If you want to tap into that, just DM me on my IG. I got about maybe 10 rooms blacked out over there. Downtown Boston. It's gonna be dope. Every Raider fan, let's go. There's still time to get your plane tickets. Like I said, let's go. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
There you go. That's what's up. And everything else you have going on, make sure you guys tap into that. I have your IG pinned down on the descriptions, so you guys can go ahead and head on over to Instagram. Go ahead and give them a follow for our guy Mike here. But hey, I appreciate you tapping in with us on this Saturday morning, now Saturday afternoon, depending where y'all be at. Again, everyone has choices of tapping into different shows. We appreciate every single one of you guys tapping in with us on this Saturday morning for another edition of Good Morning Raiders. Make sure you guys tap in next week on next Saturday, as we have none other than MC Raider will be in studio chopping it with us. I finally get this guy down, man. He's busy with his comedy thing, and I finally get him to go ahead and come on Good Morning Raiders. So it's gonna be a good show. Make sure you guys tap into that. As always, we appreciate everyone here in the chat. Make sure you guys go ahead and always like and subscribe to myself, and then obviously the Raider Rundown. You have your show going on next week, right, Run?
Oh yeah. Got a show next week. We got our solo show on Wednesday. So we'll see if we'll have a guest for that. But just keeping people updated. Next week we're gonna have a solo show, but in 2 weeks, Rundown is gone for a week. I'm on vacation. Y'all know I need to take my time off. God damn it!
Yep,
So
you sure do.
Yeah,
you guys are working hard behind the scenes.
You feel what I'm saying?
Man.
And look, next week you guys got all the regular shows, blunts and breakdowns. We do our film breakdowns on Thursday. We do our solo show on Wednesday. You already know what time it is, and then we got our Fire Good Morning Raiders with MC Raider. You know what I mean? But then after that, your boy got to take a little break. So enjoy the shows next week. But until then, man, make sure you guys are tapping on all the brothers' channels right here. Tap on Jay channel, man. Tap on Mike channel as well. If you're not on YouTube, tap in with IG as well. But just show that support, man. Show that love, man. You already know what it is, man. It's all family around here.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks again for inviting me on, man. It's been an honor and a blessing, man. And we'll chop it up, even more, after all this. And, hit me up on IG. We'll go from there, man. We can do something bigger and better down the future. And I can't wait, man. I'm super excited. And,
yes, sir.
We definitely got to do something else, man. Hey, DJ, don't put that juju on me. Don't put that bad juju on me, goddammit. Y'all ain't gonna see me at all. I'm gonna let you know that
right now. Oh man, yeah, but yeah, you'll be off. Not next week, the following week. We won't have a Good Morning Raiders for that week that you're off, because we'll be in Vegas. So we'll be in Vegas. We'll be at that open practice. We're gonna have some fun. Hey, in case we get like a quick we get somebody to go ahead and do like a quick live with us. That's a different story. That might be something else, but don't count on it. We'll see what we come up with. But anyways, appreciate everyone pulling up with us. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Have a good Saturday. As always, y'all know, go Raiders.
Yes,
Just
sir.
Raiders, baby.
Much love to everybody. Be safe, man. We'll see y'all next weekend.
Raider Nation, let's go, baby. Let's do this. Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir. We'll see y'all next time.
All right. Have a good one.